844 o busque RIADRC en línea, servicio de la Oficina para el Envejecimiento Saludable de Rhode Island.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time. But you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
Hey guys, Teddy J here, and what some of you don't know is I too am an Awaken 180 client. Yep, the guy all about health and working out. What I didn't know was how to get that last 15 pounds off. I thought I was going to do everything right, but no luck. About 4 months ago, I spoke with Paige over at Awaken 180. We talked about my diet, routine, even specifics like what vitamins and types of health fats are right for me. She knew more about how I could drop the weight than any doctor or dietitian I'd ever come across. That's the knowledge all the Awaken 180 coaches embrace. How to help anyone lose weight regardless of size, age, shape, and habits. I mean, you've heard the success stories here on WEEI. Awaken 180 works. For me, my 15 pounds melted off, and now I have experts on hand ready for any question I throw their way. And yeah, the support is there for life. 20 pounds, 50 pounds, over 100 pounds. Awaken 180 is my recommendation because, again, it works. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Was it too much time to think when you're not playing third base?
No, ya eso pasó, eso fue algo que pasó en Pin Training y ustedes siguen con la misma pregunta, ya empezó la temporada y creo que ya eso es pasado, ya ustedes ven dónde estoy jugando y ya vamos a cambiar el tema porque tienen que buscar otro tipo de contenido.
Yeah, no, I think that's in the past. That was a spring training. Right now we're in the season. I'm a DH, and I feel like you guys need to change the subject because that is over, and I'm the DH.
That was Rafael Devers last night after going 0 for 4. He's now up to 7 strikeouts and 8 at-bats. 0 for 8 to start the season. It's obviously the big talking point coming into tonight as we get you set for Red Sox versus Rangers. Game 3 of a 4-game set from Globe Life Field coming up in about 30 minutes. Joe Weil with you. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. And you just heard his answer there to the question about the third base aspect of it, which is obviously a huge part of the storyline around Devers, the fact that he is the full-time designated hitter. But if you heard Will Middlebrooks just in the last segment, I'm with him in that he's going to eventually, this being Rafael Devers, he's going to eventually figure this out. And when that's going to happen, we'll wait and see. Obviously, we hope it starts tonight so that this conversation dies down a little bit. But a big part of it could be the lack of at-bats he had during spring training. And we'll see if he can find his rhythm a little bit more here tonight. Big matchup between the Red Sox and Rangers, in part because we get to see the debut of Walker Buehler with the Red Sox. Of course, he was signed to a 1-year, $21 million contract in the offseason. And Craig Breslow, right after Walker Buehler was signed, spoke to the media about why he wanted to go after Walker Buehler. And here's what Craig Breslow had to say.
You know, we're getting a championship pedigree, a multiple-time All-Star, multiple-time World Series champion. And I think we saw in the postseason last year, some really an uptick in stuff and some indicators that we feel like he's primed for a great 2025, specifically shape of the fastball, shape of the curveball, back to kind of when he was at his best. And so we're really excited about adding him to the rotation.
And this is something that I talked about earlier in our pregame coverage. Yes, he had a 1-6 record with a 5.38 ERA and 16 regular season starts a year ago, but the stuff did look different in the postseason. And it was the fastball, the cutter, the sweeper, the spin rate on all those pitches did rise above what their averages were during the year. And Craig Breslow saying exactly that he saw the same thing, and that was why he wanted to go after Walker Buehler. And what's going to be really interesting to see tonight is the pitch mix for Walker Buehler, because when he was at his best pre-second Tommy John surgery, that four-seam fastball was one of the best pitches in Major League Baseball and one of the best four-seam fastballs in the sport. But because he had to go through that surgery again, he's now a different pitcher. And that's something that he acknowledged and obviously realized throughout the postseason run last year when he helped the Dodgers win the World Series. And after he was signed by the Red Sox, he spoke to the media and he said that was actually a reason he wanted to sign with the Red Sox, because of the way that they de-emphasize the four-seam fastball. He felt like they're a team that understands his now pitch mix.
There's a lot been kind of made about the cutter and the two-seamers and stuff like that, I know the guys in Boston threw like the least amount of four-seam fastballs or something like that last year, or were down there in the league. And, to go to a place where that's kind of how they operate, right? That may be the next evolution of my career. And, at the end of the year, I threw some really good fastballs, but I kind of did some other stuff as well. And so going somewhere where that's kind of the bread and butter, I think, at least developmentally for me, is huge. And, largely we just talked about kind of accentuating some of the stuff that we did at the end of the year with LA and kind of developing it.
And so this leads me into the lock of the game presented by Interlock Roofing. Never re-roof again, NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. And my lock of the game is that the pitch that he doesn't use the most tonight is the four-seam fastball. And we got a little bit of pitch data from his last spring training start, and he used the cutter the most, roughly 25% of the time. And he ended up using the four-seam fastball and the changeup about the same in terms of how much he utilized it in that last start. It was about right at 17%. So my lock of the game is that some pitch other than a four-seam fastball will be the pitch that he utilizes the most in his Red Sox debut. And again, it's going to be fun to watch, especially because of how anticipated it is and what he could bring to this Red Sox rotation, which we looked at as, wow, there's so much depth here, but to begin this season, no Brian Bayo, no Lucas Giolito, no Cutter Crawford, although those guys are working their way back to get to the big leagues. But it's a new start for Walker Buehler. Obviously his first start that is not in a Dodger uniform, and it's here in Texas against the Texas Rangers. Again, game 3 of a 4-game set coming up in about 25 minutes. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. With so much love, you won't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And we are waiting to, we're working out some technical difficulties with the Alex Cora pregame interview. So when we get that, we will play that for you. But let's get you today's starting lineup, brought to you by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. And here is the 9 for the Red Sox here in game 3 of 162, of course. Jaron Duran to lead things off. He is in center field, 3 for 8 to start the season. Already has stolen 2 bases, 1 in each game. Rafael Devers in the 2 spot. All eyes on Rafi tonight. 0 for 8, 7 strikeouts, and of course the DH in this one. Alex Bregman at third base, and again, there was a big spot in the 7th inning in yesterday's game where the Devers doesn't come through, bases loaded, 1 out, but there was a chance for Alex Bregman right behind him to kind of pick him up. That doesn't happen. He grounds out to third. That ends the threat. And so he's 1 for 8 through his first 2 games. Obviously, small sample size, and we'll see if he can get it going with the bat tonight. Same goes for Tristan Casas, 0 for 8, 3 strikeouts. He's at first base. Trevor Story, he is the shortstop. He bats 5th. Wilyer Abreu in the 6th spot. He's 5 for 6, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. He's been ridiculous. 7 consecutive plate appearances to begin this season in which he reached. And so the Rangers at the ninth inning, they finally figured out, they finally got him out. Luke Jackson ends up getting him out in the ninth inning, and first time he's retired all season long. But he has just been that good for the Red Sox, a guy that I think a lot of people thought would be off this roster, and instead, his streak of 7 consecutive plate appearances to start the season, he ties the streak with Christian Vasquez and Ted Cox for reaching basically in the most consecutive plate appearances to start a season for the Red Sox. Christian Vasquez did that in 2017, Ted Cox in 1977, and how ironic is it that he ties a record held by the guy that was traded to bring him into the Red Sox system, because of course the Red Sox got Wilyer Abreu because they dealt away Christian Vasquez to the Astros. Getting back to the lineup, Christian Campbell getting the start out in left field tonight. He had 2 hits yesterday, 3 for 7 to start off his big league career. David Hamilton getting the start at second base tonight for the Red Sox. And then Carlos Narvaez, and a guy that was with the Yankees. Red Sox picked him up in the offseason. He is now going to be their catcher, rounding out the 9, and he's the backup catcher to start the season here for the Sox, so getting his first Red Sox start in his career. And, of course, the pitching matchup, Walker Buehler going up against Tyler Mahle. Mahle, as you heard Will Middlebrooks talk about, his fastball kind of it sneaks up on hitters because it's not all that fast, but it's got some giddy up at the end to it. 0-1, 4.97 ERA last year in just 3 starts. He'd been working his way back from Tommy John surgery after he was signed by the Rangers to a 2-year deal. So they're hoping they get a lot of starts out of him now that he is a little bit more healthy. Both teams 1-1 coming into this one. Red Sox trying to jump back above 500, rebound from yesterday's 4-1 loss. When we come back, we'll get you the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. We'll also hopefully get you Will Fleming's pregame interview with Red Sox manager Alex Cora. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Si usted es residente de Rhode Island mayor de 55 años o vive con una discapacidad, el Centro de Recursos para el Envejecimiento y la Discapacidad de Rhode Island, o ADRC, puede apoyarle. Obtenga orientación profesional gratuita sobre el cuidado a largo plazo, Medicare, vivienda y más. Llame al 401-462-4444 para hablar con ADRC o busque RIADRC en línea, servicio de la Oficina para el Envejecimiento Saludable de Rhode Island.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Lowe's knows there's no better time to refresh your kitchen, because right now you can get up to 40% off select major appliances, including GE. Get started with the exclusive GE slide-in range with no preheat air fry and easy wash oven tray. Shop the Spring Into Good Things event now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Your 8 plate appearances so far. What are you seeing from your swing?
Nada, estamos solamente van 2 juegos, me siento cómodo, que es lo importante, me siento saludable. Son 2 juegos, no le he dado la bola, sé que siempre voy a dar lo mejor de mí, no he hecho contacto, pero eso pasa.
It's only been 2 games. I feel comfortable in the play. I feel good. Haven't hit the ball, but I feel very good. It's only been 2 games, and I think everything will change.
And hopefully that all begins tonight against the Texas Rangers. We're about 20 minutes out from first pitch from Arlington. I'm Joe Wild. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. This offense can calm down everybody just a little bit if they could come through against Tyler Mahle tonight, the opposing pitcher for the Texas Rangers. And again, Walker Buehler making his Red Sox debut tonight. Last time he took the mound, he closed out the World Series, striking out Alex Verdugo with that great breaking ball game. Dodgers win it in 5. And the Dodgers, by the way, they're already off to a 4-0 start to this season. Mookie Betts hitting the walk-off home run in yesterday's game. They play at 9:10 tonight against the Detroit Tigers. But again, for us, Red Sox, Rangers coming up in about 20 minutes. Time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard update. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. And while we kind of hate to admit it, the story of the day around Major League Baseball was what happened in the Bronx as the Yankees hit a team record 9 home runs in their game against the Brewers. This score looked like a football score at the end, 20-9. And I think the most amazing part about it was that we saw some Major League history, not amazing from our perspective, but just baseball amazing. The fact that Nestor Cortez, a former Yankee, making his first start with the Brewers and pitching against his former team in the New York Yankees, well, in the first inning, the pitches that he threw looked a lot like the ones that he threw to Freddie Freeman in the World Series, of course, when he took it out for a walk-off grand slam. Yankees hit 3 home runs on the first 3 pitches of that game. It was Paul Goldschmidt who hit the first one, Cody Bellinger the second one, Aaron Judge the third one. And Aaron Judge ends up hitting 3 home runs in this game. Third time in his career he's done that. But those 3 home runs on the first 3 pitches, that is the first time that has happened since pitch tracking started in 1988. So not necessarily the first time in Major League history, but at least from when we know when pitch tracking began, this is the first time this has ever happened. So the Yankees win 20-9 against the Milwaukee Brewers. They're in 2-0 now in the season. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Orioles, they're 2-1. They picked up a victory against the Toronto Blue Jays. Max Scherzer, he made his Toronto Blue Jays debut, and he had to leave the game with right lat soreness after just 45 pitches. And he got off to a tough start in this one because he gives up 2 runs in the first inning. Colton Cowser actually hit a solo home run off of him in the first to kickstart it for Baltimore. Toronto did have a 4-2 lead, but the Orioles win it by a score of 9-5 against the Blue Jays. Other finals right now around Major League Baseball. The Angels, a 1-0 winner against the Chicago White Sox. 2 former friends in quotation marks here, come through in that win for the Angels. Yoan Moncada, RBI infield single, and then Kenley Jansen picks up his first save as a member of the Los Angeles Angels. Other finals around the sport, Cardinals a 5-1 winner over the Minnesota Twins. Eric Fedde, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, and 1 run allowed. Colorado ends up beating Tampa Bay by a score of 2-1. And then the Royals down the Guardians with a 4-3 victory. Royals were actually down in this one 3-1. They end up scoring 1 in the 6th. They get 2 in the 7th. Bobby Witt only just 1 hit in this game, but he did have an RBI. Salvador Perez continuing his Hall of Fame case, 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs in that contest. Other games in progress in Major League Baseball. Philly is on top 11-5 against the Washington Nationals. That game's in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kyle Schwarber went deep. He's got 2 home runs now in the season already in this young season. Jesus Luzardo made his Phillies debut. He went 5 innings and allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks. But here's the big part of it. He struck out 11 batters, and he is in line for the victory if the Phillies can ultimately wrap this one up. They're ahead 11-5. Again, bottom of the 8th inning with just 1 out in that frame. Other games, Marlins and Pirates tied at 3. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning. And then here are the games that are coming up tonight around Major League Baseball. The Mets and Astros go head-to-head. That's a 7:15 start time. Juan Soto hit his first home run in a Mets uniform in yesterday's game, and the Mets ended up picking up the victory in that one. Braves and Padres going up against one another at Petco Park. That's a 7:15 start time, and the Braves, they're 0-2 to start the season, a team that I think a lot of people thought could win the National League East. Well, they're winless to begin the year. And I just wanted to get to one other final I didn't mention before, by the way. And this is a noteworthy game because Justin Verlander made the start for the San Francisco Giants. They went up against the Cincinnati Reds. Reds win it by a score of 3-2. And Verlander in his first game with the Giants, 5 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 1 and struck out 5. But he is the oldest starter to make his start for the San Francisco Giants since Randy Johnson in 2009. Justin Verlander, 42 years young. Other games on this slate, the Cubs and Diamondbacks square off against one another. That is at 8:10 coming up tonight as Shota Imanaga gets to start for the Chicago Cubs. And then, as I mentioned before, Dodgers and Tigers squaring off against one another. That's a 9:10 start time. Dodgers got to lose at some point. I made the 162-0 joke about the Red Sox, how that finally we can't dream about that anymore. We can dream about 161-1, but 162-0 is done. But the Dodgers, that dream's still alive for them because they are 4-0 to start the season. And again, Mookie Betts hit a walk-off home run in yesterday's ball game. Final contest didn't mention, it is the A's versus the Seattle Mariners coming up at 9:40 at T-Mobile Park. Both those teams have a win apiece to kick off the season. Same goes for our slate. Red Sox versus Rangers coming up in about 15 minutes here from Arlington. And how can the Red Sox respond tonight? Well, they're hoping to get a good start out of Walker Buehler because they got a pedestrian one from Tanner Houck. And the starting rotation, which seemed like a strength coming into this season with all the names, right now it is a group that you look at with Richard Fitz being your number 4 starter, Sean Newcomb, even though he looked great in spring training, he's your number 5. It's a group that does look a little vulnerable at this place in time with no Brian Bayo, no Lucas Giolito, and no Cutter Crawford. So you're hoping that the bet that you made on Walker Buehler ultimately pays off. Because if it does, obviously, good things are going to happen for this team. But they're banking on a pitcher that over the last couple years has either been hurt or ineffective in the regular season. The guy in the regular season, that Walker Buehler in the regular season, that wouldn't have been a helpful pitcher last year. And obviously because the Red Sox didn't make the playoffs. But the guy that he was in the postseason, completely different guy. And if they can get that version of him with where his stuff saw an uptick, then good things are going to happen for this group because he's going to be giving you a big lift. But he's not going to be the pitcher that he was in 2021 because that four-seam fastball likely isn't there. But there's still good stuff there. Andrew Bailey, you know he's going to find you're going to try to find the right mix with the cutter and the curve, the knuckle curve, all that stuff with the pitch mix that he can ultimately utilize and try to find the right balance between it all. The four-seam fastball, the changeup, the sweeper, the knuckle curve. Well, you mix in the sinker as well. Again, my big bet in this game is that the pitch that he doesn't use the most is the four-seam fastball. I don't think that's going to lead, when you go into Baseball Savant, I don't think that's actually going to lead all the pitches. I think it'll likely be the cutter, but I'm excited to see how he showcases them tonight. So again, he's one of the big questions coming into this one. Will he look good? Will he look sharp like he did in spring training when he had a 1.80 ERA? We like that version of him, but that's spring training. We'll see if it ultimately translates. And again, can this lineup come through? Guys outside of Wheeler Abreu. Campbell had 2 hits yesterday. That was awesome. He looked a lot more comfortable yesterday. Now he's getting the start in left field. Kyle Hudson, there was a great video that Bradfo put out with Kyle Hudson doing some training with Christian Campbell out in left field. Hopefully, he looks sharp out there. But more importantly, can we start to see those big bats get going? Rafael Devers, Tristan Casas. Love more from Alex Bregman. Again, just 2-game sample size here. But those guys are players that we're looking to anchor this lineup. Can Devers look a little bit sharper at the plate? Can he not look so late on fastballs? We're going to find out soon. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
We had some technical difficulties, so we couldn't bring you the Alex Cora interview. But before every game, we do interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 48 years and the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Well, glad to be back on the mic with you. Good work by David Azer behind the glass. We're getting you set for Red Sox versus Rangers. First pitch coming up in about 10 minutes. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks on the call. The moment you've been waiting for coming up next. First pitch between the Red Sox and Rangers is coming up right after this on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Lowe's knows there's no better time to refresh your kitchen, because right now you can get up to 40% off select major appliances, including GE. Get started with the exclusive GE Slide-In range with no preheat air fry and easy wash oven tray. Shop the Spring Into Good Things event now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
The Women's Hoop Show, a podcast hosted by me, Jordan Robinson, brings you fresh women's basketball voices and breakdowns every week. I'll be joined by hoop experts all year long. Find the Women's Hoop Show on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp databank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Attention, are you or a loved one suffering complications after taking Ozempic or Wegovy? These medications may be linked to serious gastrointestinal illnesses. If you've been hospitalized and diagnosed with gastroparesis, chronic vomiting, deep vein thrombosis, or experienced intestinal blockage requiring surgery, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call 888-900-LAW-1 today for a free consultation. That's 888-900-LAW1. Paid for by Tort Defenders. Tort Defenders is not a law firm and does not provide legal services.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Hey, it's Lou Merlone. And while I can tell you firsthand Ortho Laser New England healed my elbow pain, let's hear from someone more qualified on how they've redefined orthopedic care. Dr. Scott Sigmund, board-certified orthopedic surgeon and founder of OrthoLaser.
Thanks, Lou. I founded OrthoLaser to provide a safer alternative to opioids and medications using the proven healing power of laser therapy. OrthoLaser delivers painless relief without needles or side effects. Whether you're recovering from surgery, healing an injury, or managing chronic pain, our state-of-the-art laser works naturally with your body to accelerate recovery. We are surgeon-driven, patient-focused, and partnered with the top orthopedic specialists in the country. Our mission is simple: to help you move better and live your life pain-free once again.
Thanks, Dr. Sigmund. If pain is slowing you down, do what I did and relieve your pain with Ortho Laser New England. Online at ortholaserne.com.
This is Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win on a wall double by Devers. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about the trusted 2025 Subaru Forester. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo has pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella. Here for good.
Devers is homered in 5 straight.
Buy Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks. Official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Trey Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone. Into the bullpen.
Brought to you by FindMassMoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners. Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Will Fleming and Will Middlebrooks.
From Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas, we welcome you to yet another production of Red Sox baseball on the radio. Game 3 today, the Sox have won 1 and lost 1, and today, the Boston debut of Walker Buehler on the mound to be opposed by Tyler Mahle. The Sox have a little bit of a different lineup going today for Alex Cora on day 3 of the season. It's the Sox and the Rangers in the heart of Texas. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks. And Brooksy, the Red Sox had some opportunities yesterday. In the end, just couldn't come up with a big hit, but they feel good about where they are offensively, and I think they feel really good about the guy they got on the mound tonight.
I think we're both really excited to see Walker. He's like the nicest guy ever, and then it just flips the switch and he goes full psychopath on game days, and I absolutely love those bulldog-type arms.
He's had some real history in this ballpark. World Series winner with the LA Dodgers. He has just checked every box with the Red Sox. The elephant in the room, Will, is Rafi Devers, who's 0 for his first 8 with 7 strikeouts. He's back in there today as the designated hitter. We get our first look at David Hamilton. So Alex shuffles things up a little bit on the infield and behind the plate.
I'm with you. I know you've been really excited about David Hamilton. He's your pick to click today. You have been waiting for that. To your point about Rafi Devers, I'm not panicking. We should not panic. It's 2 games. He played 5 spring training games. He wasn't ready for the start of the season. There's no way around that, but he will get it going.
The Red Sox did not take full batting practice. They had a machine out on the mound, and Rafi was one of the men who came out to hit. Ramon Vasquez brings the lineup card out for the Red Sox here this evening, and Will Middlebrooks, how about today's starting lineups? Brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
And today, thank Will for the Boston Red Sox leading off. Jarren Duran, he'll be in center field today with Rafaela getting the day off. Batting second, Rafael Devers, he's a DH. In the 3-hole, Alex Bregman at third base. Tristan Casas batting cleanup, he'll be at first. Trevor Story batting fifth at short. At sixth, the red-hot Wilyer Abreu, he's in right field. Christian Campbell getting another start, but he'll be in left today, batting seventh. And in the 8th spot, David Hamilton, his first start of the 2025 season, and Carlos Narvaez doing the catching. As far as the Texas Rangers go, leading off for them, Marcus Semien, he'll be at second base. Corey Seager at short. Wyatt Langford in left. In the cleanup spot, Jock Peterson, he'll do the DHing. Adolis Garcia in right. Jake Berger at first. Josh Smith getting the start at third. Jonah Heim back in there at catcher after 2 bombs yesterday. And Leody Taveras holding down center field.
Umpires have the lineup cards in hand. Mahle is just about to take the mound for the Red Sox here. The roof is closed. It's a beautiful Texas spring evening. Red Sox will roll it back with Duran, Devers, and Bregman in the first. Rafi just does not look like himself at all, Will, and it is one swing away with him always, but it is at the moment sort of a storyline that's just kind of consuming this club.
Yeah, and you know, as an ex-hitter and watching him, when your timing is off and you know you were late, you're not getting to the fastball, you start cheating and everything is pull happy, and we all know when he's at his best, he's not a pull hitter. He is living in the left center gap, driving the ball at home off the monster, at other places in the gap for doubles. We have not seen that. The timing has got to catch up.
Talking to the people around the Red Sox today, they were thrilled with a lot of really high-quality at-bats overall. Will, you do such a good job digging deep on these pitchers. What do you have for us tonight on Tyler Mahle?
So he's an interesting arm. He's not going to light up the radar gun at all. All right, he's going to be in the low 90s. He can every once in a while get up to 94. He's going to average around 91, 92. In the fastball, sneaky. I was talking to Trevor Story about it earlier. He said, look, it looks very hittable, but it gets above your barrel. And he's got a good split finger to go along with that. That's his main 2 pitches. He will mix in a slider as well.
Of course, the other story coming into Game 3 for the Red Sox, Will, is that nobody can get Wilyer Abreu out at all.
Only himself, it seems. You know, we saw him in the hotel last night. He walked in. I shook his hand and go, hey, I just want to congratulate you on finally getting out in 2025. You got a good laugh out of that one.
He seems so much more a man in full, so comfortable in his own skin, and he's just been tremendous to start this year.
He has. You know, defensively with the Gold Glove already on his shelf there at his house. But offensively, he can really make a difference, and he's someone we haven't talked about because of the additions to the rest of the roster. But, man, he came out hot, and thank God he did because no one else is really swinging the bat right now.
So we get a first look at Hamilton and Narvaez in the 8 and 9 holes. Everywhere else, the lineup just the same for the Red Sox. As Jarren Duran looms on deck. The Red Sox in the road gray unis today. For the Reds last night here with the red numerals and blue trim. Jarren Duran puts the sticky stuff, the bone on the handle of his left-handed bat, and he will walk his way to the left-handed batter's box in front of these fans at Globe Life Field. Tyler Mahle, right-hander, making his first start last year. 4.32 ERA. Big right-hander sets at the belt. Duran into the box. Mahle winds, he throws, and Duran takes outside ball 1. I don't know about you, Will, but I feel a real growing confidence in Jarren Duran.
He doesn't feel like a young guy anymore. You talk to him and you're like, oh, he's one of the leaders now.
1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. I said it about Abreu. It is certainly true of Duran. He feels ready to kind of take over this club.
Well, he's been very vocal about, you know, his issues in the past and doubting himself.
Here's the 1-1. That's outside, a splitter for Mahle, and it's 2-1.
And I think his season last year was proof that he needed when he look in the mirror and go, okay, I'm a dude in this league. I can do this.
Well, he started to look the part again in 2 games. 2-1. Just underway in Texas. The pitch is way high. So fastball, and it's 3-1.
And Mahle is he wants to live with that fastball at 92, even though it's just 92 at the top of the zone and above, just because of the visual rise effect it gives the hitters, and then he can go to that split below.
Here's the 3-1. That's way outside, ball 4. And Duran, the burner on the bases, is aboard to begin the first.
Such a good start. Leadoff walk. Yeah, a hit is great, but a leadoff walk puts that little bit of doubt in the pitcher's mind, like, ooh, do I have my stuff or not, even after just one batter.
Got underway right on time at 6:08 local. 75 degrees under the roof as Rafi Devers looking for his first hit. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
You mentioned they were hitting off the fastball machine earlier. It was high velocity, high spin, top of the zone, which really makes these hitters have to work on being short to the baseball. And Rafi was out driving the ball to left center, which you love to see.
He's at his best when he does that. The 0-1 is just outside a fastball, and it's 1-1. Rafi 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts.
Already looks a little more calm, right? He was so jumpy the first 2 games, trying to pull everything. That's just not who he is.
A wide open stance in the left-handed box. 1-1. Duran at first. The pitch is swung on a miss. That was so uncomfortable looking. 92 miles an hour in under his hands, and it's 1-2.
And just as soon as I said, you know what, those first 2 takes look pretty good. He looked comfortable. Now that's almost like an excuse me check swing on a 92 mile per hour fastball up and in.
Caught in between. Alex Bregman is out on deck. 1-2. Duran leading at first. The pitch is high. Good take on a fastball. And it's 2-2.
Will, you see what I mean? That fastball, if you weren't looking at the radar gun, you'd say it's 97, 98. It has that effect to it, like almost like Lighters did yesterday. But it's 92, 93. It gets on you.
Double play depth behind Mahle. 2-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him fastball at 93. Incredible. Rafi in 9 at-bats has struck out 8 times. And there's 1 away.
They are going to continue to attack him with fastballs up and especially in until he proves that he can catch up.
Booze for Alex Bregman. Time and temp brought to you by Hatfield Marinated Pork. Elevate your grilling game with Hatfield Marinated Pork. I think Duran may well go here. Mahle's ready, and he's thinking along with me. Throws to first, Jaron. A very easy dive back into the bag.
Well, Bregman loves to ambush early in counts. So it's a good time to go, especially if Mahle's on that same page and goes to the split here. It'd be a good pitch to run on.
1 out in the first. They throw again, and that now, as Jaron gets back in, very close play. That means he got the absolute green light here. 2 throws over, and Duran dancing away from first.
0-0 count, though. You can pitch out still.
1 for 8 so far. Bregman, he takes a very close pitch for a ball, and it's 1-0. I was talking to Alex Cora before the game about how he manages his schedule early in the season, and he said, well, the problem is, even though I've got report times totally dialed in, we got too many veterans who show up early as Bregman takes a pitch outside. 2-0.
Yeah, the whole plan was, hey, hit in the cage, everyone kind of take an easy day and get ready for the game. I was out there while a lot of the starters were hitting off of the machine, and he goes, I don't really love the fact that we're out here grinding 4:30, 5 o'clock for a 6 o'clock game, but hey, that's who we are.
2-0 to Bregman. Watch for Duran here. He's not going. The pitch is ripped into left field. That's a base hit, and the Red Sox have 2 on with 1 out. Bregman starting to square it up here early in the season.
Got that single yesterday. At the end of game 1, he had that laser beam to right. And then a hard hit ball here, which you absolutely love to see off that fastball up and in from Tyler Mahle.
So now a huge opportunity for Tristan Casas. Tristan 0 for his first 8 with 3 strikeouts. Firmly in the cleanup spot for the Red Sox. Duran at second with Bregman at first. No score in the first. The pitch is outside, ball 1, and will. The Red Sox so focused on leverage counts, they've had some hitters counts here early.
They have, and then you can't be over aggressive with guys like Mahle. They take advantage of you if you are.
1-0 to Casas. The pitch is outside. Very good take, splitter, and it's 2-0.
That's good. And you know, sometimes Casas is too passive, right? He's such a good hitter, but this is the situation, and the way Mahle's throwing the ball, you can't be over-aggressive.
I want him to let it loose. 2-0, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He did take a huge rip. How about that? A splitter 2-0, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, it was a split in the 0-1 or the 1-0 pitch as well. I think it's just simply because Mahle isn't feeling his fastball command at all right now.
See if we can find a mistake. Tristan very rarely does this in a hitter's count. 2-1. He will take time. I think he was a little rattled by that splitter in an advantageous count.
Yeah, and then sometimes as a hitter, you take a swing you don't want to take in that count, and you just want to reset your mind.
The 2-1 low and in. The Red Sox patient early. And it's 3-1. Jake Berger's at first base for the Rangers. Marcus Semien at second. Seager, the shortstop, with Josh Smith at third base. Taveras in center. Lankford in left. Garcia in right. 3-1 to Casas. The pitch. Swinging a high pop foul. Headed toward the seats, and it will get there. Man, Smith banged into the wall very uncomfortably, and he's down on all fours. That looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, it looked like his knee went into the railing. It is padded, but when you're going full speed like that and launch into it, that did not look good. He's moving around very gingerly right now.
The trainer's going to come out. He knows how important a play that could have been for the Red Sox and the Rangers here. 3-1. He just slammed his knee into that padded wall.
It was less the contact and more, it almost hyperextended a little bit. It was straight when it hit the wall, and then it kind of hyperextended it just a touch. That's always scary. And Josh Young not in this lineup because neck spasms that he had in spring training at the end of camp kept him out of some games. And then he made a really nice play with the bases loaded, that diving play down the line yesterday. And Bruce Bochy said it flared it up again. He wasn't going to play today, possibly not tomorrow either. So they're already down a guy.
A little bit of a break. This was such an injury-riddled Rangers team a year ago. Trainer's still out with Smith. And imagine kind of an uncomfortable spot here for Mahle. I mean, it's a full count, 2 on, 1 out, and he's got to wait and think about all that could come with Casas. Really a wonderful chat with Bruce Bochy, who has a habit of winning the World Series every other year.
How fun is it to talk to guys like that? We have that luxury. We go, hey, let's go talk to one of the best managers of all time. And obviously you have the relationship there because of your brother and the time in San Fran, and you've built that relationship. And he's such a pleasure to talk to.
You know, it's one of my very favorite things about baseball. The old school manager that will tell you everything on their mind.
Yes.
And I got a text from my brother this morning saying, Boch says he hasn't said hi to you yet. So I made sure to make up for that.
I have a buddy who is a coach there with the Rangers, and I said, what's it like? Because he does have that old school mentality. And he said, you know what? He's old school, but he's so open to listening to everything because he's always trying to learn and get better. And that's why he's still doing it.
Well, such a smart move by Chris Young to bring him over. And wouldn't you know it, first year at the helm, they win it all. So now, after a long wait, Casas gets ready to get back into the left-handed batter's box. 3-2. First and second. Jaron and Bregman aboard. 1 down in the first. Mahle is ready. He throws. Casas takes strike 3 on the inside corner fastball. Borderline pitch goes the way of the Rangers, and they're 2 away.
So far in this game, Adam Hamari behind the home plate has been very tight. We're having a hitter's umpire not calling those pitches off the plate. That's off the plate in, but Mahle got the call and the big spot.
ABS system cannot come soon enough. Here's Trevor's story. Now this becomes a huge at-bat for the Red Sox in the first. And dancing away at second. Bregman at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball. 93 miles an hour, and it's 0-1. Kind of an interesting discussion with Casas about his aggression story. Is 1 for his first 7, but 2 steals and 2 runs scored. The 0-1 fouled straight back. And just like that, it's 0-2. On the one hand, Will, I mean, it's a good take by the book. It's off the plate, but it's close enough. That's a pitch he can do damage on.
It is. It is off the plate. And in that at bat, he took a couple pitches just off the plate, and they were called ball. So you kind of log that information in your head as the at bat goes on, and you're thinking, okay, this is off. It was called a ball earlier in the at bat. You just want that consistency from the home plate umpire.
2 down, 2 on in the first. Mahle ahead of Story 0-2. He throws, and Trevor takes outside. That was clearly a ball with a fastball, and it's 1-2. You'd love to get Babe Ruth up. He's on deck.
No kidding. What a good feeling. Yeah, Lou, Merlone was like, man, he's in such a good mood. I'm like, Lou, wouldn't you be? Hitting 800.
That would be Wilyer Abreu. 1-2. The pitch is low, and outside is slider, and it's 2-2. I just love, Will, the evolution of these young kids, their maturation, whether it's Cedon, whether it's Duran, Abreu. We've all had so many conversations with them. They're just coming into their own. 2-2. Mahle is ready. His 24th pitch is fouled back to the screen. That was an elevated fastball, a little bit up above the zone. It stays 2-2.
As a hitter in that situation, fastball that high above the zone, the way he throws it, and you're able to foul it off, it's got to give you a little confidence, like, okay, I don't think he can beat me. That's the pitch he should have beat me on, and I got to it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Duran at second, Bregman at first. 2 down in the first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a soft ground ball, foul outside of third. Kyle Hudson is the Sox third base coach, Jose David Flores, new first base man. What a pleasant guy Flo is. Been at AAA for a while, and he's got so many good relationships with this Red Sox team. It's a perfect fit.
He was my first base coach in Philly in 2018, my last year.
Really?
Yeah. Good guy.
2-2 to Trevor Story. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to short. Seager's got it. He goes the short way to second. In time, hard hit, but the inning is over. The Casas at bat. The fulcrum of that inning. Walker Buehler makes his Red Sox debut when we return. No score after half an inning on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Where'd you get those shoes? Easy. They're from DSW. Because DSW has the exact right shoes for whatever you're into right now. You know, like the sneakers that make office hours feel like happy hour. The boots that turn grocery aisles into runways. And all the styles that show off the many sides of you, from daydreamer to multitasker and everything in between, because you do it all in really great shoes. Find a shoe for every you at your DSW store or DSW.com.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Hi, this is Walker Buehler. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Walker Buehler's first pitch with the Red Sox is a fastball to Marcus Semien that misses just outside for ball 1. Walker, one of the great young stars for the Dodgers. Now with the Red Sox, gets a swing and a miss at a cut fastball at 90 miles an hour to Marcus Semien. And it's 1-1. Walker's 30 years old, born in Lexington, Kentucky. Signed a 1-year deal. He misses outside with a changeup, and it is 2-1. He threw the pitch that won the World Series for the Dodgers a year ago. Two-time champ. 2-1. Fouled off. Late swing on a cut fastball, and it's 2-2. Walker Buehler, for a long time, Will, was one of the great young pitchers in the game, and the Red Sox thrilled to have him.
Yeah, and you know, last year was his first year coming off of Tommy John, and did not look good during the season, but once the postseason got there, he started to get that command back.
Had a great camp. 2-2. Popped up. Shallow center field. David Hamilton, the second baseman, will yield to Story, who takes over as the captain of the infield. And there's one away.
Trevor kind of looks at him and smiles and goes, hey, man, don't forget, I'm taking everything. I'm the captain here.
It is really interesting. Hamilton had a brilliant defensive spring as Corey Seager digs in. What a matchup this is. Walker told me yesterday it's hard to even look at Corey Seager. They're such good buddies. The pitch is a little bit low. He said he's the hardest hitter to face in the Rangers lineup. The angles, the attack, the ability to barrel the baseball. 1-0. Line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Corey will remind him of that over and over again. 1 on with 1 out.
As soon as that ball got through the infield, Buehler's head whipped around and looked at Seager almost like, all right, bud, you got me that time. He's staring at him again right now.
Walker, a new dad. They welcomed their first daughter, Finley, a year ago. He has made 131 major league appearances as Buehler. The pitch to Wyatt Langford is a ground ball into left field. That's a base hit. Unlucky for Buehler. Out to Campbell in left. And here come the Rangers, 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, not a hard hit ball, just kind of hit it in the 6-hole where nobody could get to that. You're probably not going to get a double play if Trevor can get to it, but it's kind of good placement by Wyatt.
To your point, limited last season to only 16 starts, a 1.6 record with a 5.38 ERA, and he will mix and match. He threw 7 different pitches a year ago.
Yeah, I would say four seam, a cutter, and a curveball is what you're going to see the most.
So a real jam here. 2 on 1 out. The pitch to Jock Peterson, the guy Buehler's very familiar with, and it's 1-0. That missed down and in.
Yeah, and you know, his command was off last year. That's why the elevated ERA, but it's normally the second year post-surgery where those guys regain that.
1-0 is fouled off. Peterson has had a lot of success against his former teammate. He's 4 for 13 with a homer. Herb Chambers' batting order brought to you by Herb Chambers Genesis of Auburn. No score, but the Rangers threatening here in the bottom of the first. 1-1. Tricky spot here, the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. That was way beneath the bat, and it's 1-2.
I'm sitting here right now, and I'm looking at the Baseball Savant from Buehler's season last year. He throws 5% changeups. I'm thinking this is the perfect spot for a changeup. Luckily, he can read my mind.
He can. 1-2. Here it is. High drive foul down the right field line, way out of play. I don't know about you, Will. Peterson's got a track record that every time he comes up, he has a little bit of terrifying aura to him.
He does. He's one of those guys that can look really silly one at bat and then hit one on the upper deck the next.
Here's the 1-2 again. That is just low with a changeup, and it's 2-2. Peterson 1 for 4 yesterday. So how about that? Back-to-back ABs against former teammates. Swing and a miss. He got him with a great curveball. Adios. That was nasty from Buehler. A huge second out.
Yeah, this thing just falls. Wow. Holy smokes on that replay. This thing starts up above the zone, upper top of the zone, and just snaps at 78 miles an hour down to the bottom. Jock Peterson had no chance to touch that.
So here now, Adolis Garcia. 2 down, 2 on in the first. Buehler at the belt, throws, and Garcia takes a high fastball up and away, ball 1. Isn't it amazing? The first start in a new uniform and back-to-back at-bats against former teammates. 1-0 to Garcia, always a threat. He drives one into the gap in left center field. Long run for Campbell. He dives! He cannot make the play! In and out of his glove, the Rangers will score 2 and take a 2-0 lead. Campbell almost made a brilliant play to rob Garcia, but when he landed on the dive, it popped out of his glove.
Unbelievable first step on this. Great route to the ball. Full extension, lays out. It's in the glove, Willie. It's in his glove, and the ground. It was actually in the glove as he was skidding across the ground, snow-coned, and then rolls out in the last second. Man, that is frustrating and so close to getting out of a big jam.
To the point where Buehler put both hands above his head. He landed and had it in the glove. Here is Jake Berger. Who takes a sinker low and outside for ball 1. I mean, that is the athleticism of Christian Campbell.
An unreal effort right there. Full extension.
But the Rangers score 2 in the first. The pitch hits him up and in. I think it got him on the left tricep. So Buehler, who's now thrown 18 pitches, needs some hot water. And the inning continues for Josh Smith. That would have been some statement by Christian Campbell, who looks, by the way, a little uncomfortable after that all-out dive in left.
I was out of my seat, ready to lose my mind, because I saw him hit the ground and the ball wasn't out yet. It was still in his glove, and then very last second rolled out.
He's looking up at the card in his back pocket to find the alignment here against Adolis Garcia. I mean, that is the thing that makes him such a freak. That was a great first step.
It really was. Perfect route. He did everything right, just couldn't squeeze it.
So 2 runs in. Buehler needs a pitch here. A soft ground ball on the right side. Casas way off the bag. Buehler covers, and he wins the foot race to the bag. Wow, that was close. Good job by Buehler to get over there quickly, because Casas went way off the first base bag in a spot that Hamilton probably should have made the play. We go to the second inning with a little drama. 2-0 Rangers lead the Sox in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Si usted es residente de Rhode Island mayor de 55 años o vive con una discapacidad, el Centro de Recursos para el Envejecimiento y la Discapacidad de Rhode Island, o ADRC, puede apoyarle. Obtenga orientación profesional gratuita sobre el cuidado a largo plazo, Medicare, vivienda y más. Llame al 401-462-4444 para hablar con ADRC o busque RIADRC en línea. Servicio de la Oficina para el Envejecimiento Saludable de Rhode Island.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
This is the sale you've been waiting for. The Macy's Spring VIP sale is here. Exclusive savings on the season's most loved brands, with an extra 30% off Avec Les Filles, Karl Lagerfeld, DKNY, and more. Plus, get 15% off beauty essentials from MAC, Armani Beauty, and too many others to mention. So get to the Macy's Spring VIP sale now and shop brands you love at prices you'll love even more. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
On we go into the top of the second inning. The Red Sox already trailing the Rangers 2-0. And here is Wilyer Abreu, the hottest man on planet Earth. Ezekiel Duran is in to play third base, so the collision of Smith with the fence pushes him out of the game. So now the Rangers have a very short bench. Here's Wilyer, who's reached base in 7 of his first 8. He takes a fastball high and outside for ball 1.
I feel like if this was old school baseball, you're like, Wilyer should watch his ribs, right? Old school baseball, like, we're going to dot this guy, make him a little uncomfortable. Just not in today's game.
Here's the 1-0 side. And actually, I missed it. Duran batted for Smith in that first inning. So they just lifted him from the game after that crashing into the wall. 2-0. Hitters count for Abreu. He's been incredible. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Not done that very much. He's thrown splitters in fastball counts, and it's 2-1. Bruce Bochy, in the way that only he could, said, "What do you got on Abreu? I watched him in the spring. He was terrible." The 2-1. Swing and a miss. A fastball, and it's 2-2.
That's really good.
He was 1 for 20.
Yeah, well, apparently he did really well in the backfields when no one was watching.
Razor-thin margin in this one through an inning. Christian Campbell, who's on deck, almost made a brilliant diving grab.
Just makes me sick to my stomach. Plays like that, they completely change the game.
2-2 to Wilyer Abreu. Here's the pitch. Outside. And this is such a big part of it. Everything that he can be, Will. Great feel for the strike zone.
How many counts does he run full? You know, and that's important. Running these guys' pitch counts up, seeing pitches, it helps your teammates as well.
3-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop-up foul. That'll make the seats on the third base side. You get this sense from the Red Sox dugout and clubhouse. They love this kid, Wilyer Abreu.
And it has nothing to do with the results he's getting in the first 2 games of the season. It's the human he is, the teammate he is, the work he puts in. It's just quiet, right? You never hear him talk. You never see him. It's just, and then boom, the results are just there.
Here's a 3-2. Swinging a shot foul down the left field line. I love the speech he gave in the locker room because neither he nor Campbell, who were made the players of the game on opening day, are really all that comfortable talking in front of a group of people. Campbell made Wilyer, of course, the player of the game day one. 3-2. Shot into the gap in left center field. It's back at the track on the run. Not in time to make the play. It's off the base of the wall. Babe Ruth is at it again. It's a wall ball double to lead off the second. Wow. He cannot be stopped. It's another extra base hit for Wilyer Abreu.
You know, it is just an unreal at bat, right? He runs it 3-2. He fouls off a couple of tough pitches, gets a split finger out away from him that is just begging him to roll it over to second base. He sinks his backside, stays through the ball, and drives it 400 feet off the fence for the double.
So here now Christian Campbell, who himself has been red hot. Abreu leading at second, 2-0 Rangers. Here's the pitch. Campbell takes a ball, a slider outside, and it's 1-0. Campbell, 3 for his first 7 for now. He had 2 hits yesterday. I guess they're not going to contest the one on opening day.
Thank you.
1-0. The pitch is taken high. He did not go around at all, and it's 2-0.
This is a good test right here. See him throw a professional at bat against Mahle. It's look, no outs. You want to move the runner over. The pitcher is going to pitch you inside. Can you get the job done?
2-0 the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. It is stupid what Wilyer Abreu is doing.
It just look, in the world of baseball, what he's doing just makes no sense because it doesn't happen. You don't see this.
Especially not right out of the gates. 2-1 to Campbell. The pitch is outside. So a hitter's count, 3-1. And my guy David Hamilton out on deck.
Campbell got a good pitch, 2-0, middle away. Good pitch to drive to the right side, move the runner over. Just was not what he's looking for. He's sticking with his approach.
5 for 6, 2 walks for Wilyer. Before that at bat, the pitch to Campbell is a strike. Shouldn't have been, though. That was down and away, a slider, and the count is full.
Yeah, steady dose of fastballs in and off speed away from him, trying to get the ground ball to the left side to not move Abreu to third. But now 3-2, it's a fight.
Payoff pitch is on the way. Here it is. Campbell takes ball 4. What a great plate appearance. Wow. Real patience for him. And Campbell, for the 3rd time this year, draws a walk, and here we go. 2 on, nobody out for Hamilton.
Here's your guy. You've been begging for him. Such a good spring training from David Hamilton.
Well,
just the trajectory of his career just ticks up every time he plays.
Not that the Red Sox ever bunt, and they will not with Hamilton here. This would be a spot, but not how hot he's been. The pitch is right there. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
You hope the downtime, right, doesn't affect how he was playing in spring training, because the last couple of games he hasn't gotten the starts. He's made his way into games, but hopefully he stays locked in.
0-1 to Hamilton, left-handed hitter. Pitch, swinging a pop-up foul on the third base side. That'll make the seats over the Red Sox dugout. Of course, Hammy back in Texas. He's a Longhorn, which makes Middlebrooks a little bit jealous.
I'm so jealous because I was committed to Texas A&M. Is that the point you're trying to make here?
It is. You can't all win state championships as the quarterback.
Was my GPA not high enough for Austin?
From San Marcos, not far from Austin at all. 0-2 the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. That was 93 miles an hour up and in. And it's a big first out for Mahle and the Rangers. And look, now what a spot for Carlos Narvaez, his first Red Sox AB. 2 on, 1 out. Need contact here. Very nice spring did Carlos with the bat. Mahle ready. The pitch is a strike. Borderline. Looked a little bit up.
Yeah, it didn't have to be.
Strike 1.
Yeah, Carlos, very well known as a defense-first catcher, but can swing the bat at times.
0-1. There it is. Carlos takes way outside. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's and Star Market. Right now, beef eye of round roast, bottom round roast, $3.97 a pound when you use the digital coupon. 2-0 Rangers, 2 on, 1 out in this second inning. Pitch fouled off, and Carlos Narvaez. Venezuelan is behind, 1-2. He put on a show defensively in spring training, did Narvaez. This first AB of the regular season, 26 years old from Maracay. 2 on, 1 out. 1-2 the pitch. Outside, really good take. And it's 2-2. This is not his big league debut. He played in 6 games with the Yankees a year ago, hit .231. They loved him over there, and Craig Breslow went and made a move. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a shot foul down the right field line and out of play. I think it's going to be really interesting to watch what happens behind the plate for the Red Sox this year.
Just defense behind the plate is so important in this game. It can make such a difference, especially with this rotation that this team has built with the additions of Crochet and Buehler.
Narvaez waits. 2-2. Abreu at second. Campbell at first. The pitch. He is outside. Very patient at bat. A lot of 3-ball counts from Mahle here today.
Just need some big knocks with guys on. They didn't come yesterday. How about a gapper?
Duran is on deck. In a lot of ways, anything but a double play here. 2 on, 2 out. 1 out, I should say. Pitch to Narvaez. He is outside, ball 4, and the bases will be loaded for Jarren Duran. Mike Maddox coming to the mound.
I'd say this is a good guy to have at the plate in this situation, especially in this building. Big homer here in the All-Star game. Got him the MVP. That was so fun to watch from afar.
Late in the game, a 3-run blast into the right center field gap. And again, talking to him yesterday, Will, seems like a young man who is just totally embracing his leadership role with this team and coming into his own.
I will continue to give credit, yes, to Duran, that it's number one him, but Alex Cora, the way he has managed the human being, not just the ball player, the human being, because there's a lot that came along with Jarren Duran as a young player, a lot of adversity, a lot of things he was dealing with himself that he was very open about with the general public and the fan base. And Alex Cora and his teammates and this organization helped him fight that. And it's just so nice to see him come out on the other side of it.
What a huge spot this is. The Red Sox had 2 on with 1 out in the first, did not score. Now loaded for Duran. 1 down in the second. Mahle in a huge jam. He sets, he throws, and Jarren takes high, a fastball, and it's 1-0. It can be easy to forget that these young players for the Red Sox, like Abreu and Duran and Rafael, are so young in their careers. 1-0 the pitch. Way high, a fastball. And it's 2-0. So those are 2 big misses. Well, what is Duran thinking here?
If I'm Duran, I'm thinking split here. All right, he needs to get something down in the zone. He wants a ground ball for a possible double play. Fastball command has not been there here in this at-bat.
2-0, bases loaded. The pitch is outside. Splitter it was, but it missed, and it's 3-0.
Such a good approach with Duran. He's thinking along. Probably here comes the split, but that's got to start middle in and up in the zone for it to sink down to a good place to hit.
But you cut him loose here, don't you?
3-0? 100%. But he's loaded. Probably not swinging.
1 and down in the second. 3-0 pitch is a strike. Man, that was right there. And it's 3-1.
Yeah, that's just an auto take right there because the last 8 pitches he's thrown have kind of been really sporadic.
See what happens here. 3-1, the pitch. Swing and a pop-up on the infield. Seager's underneath it. The infield fly is called, and a huge second out here in the second inning. You do think he'd like to have that 3-0 pitch back. Center cut fastball, and here we go again with Devers.
Another big spot for Devers. He's up with the bases loaded yesterday as well. This would be a great spot for that first hit of the season.
Bases loaded, 2 down in the second. Devers struck out his first time. The pitch is high, a fastball. There have been so many hitters counts early in this game for the Red Sox. One and 0. Loaded up for the Sox. The pitch. Swing and a miss very late on a fastball at 94 miles an hour. Raffy's just not right now, and it's 1-1. Sox 2 on, none out in this frame. Bases loaded with 1 out, trying to cash in here now with 2 down. 1-1. Swing and a miss. I mean, he cannot catch up to a fastball right now, and it's 1-2.
I can't picture a world that a pitcher would go to something else here other than a fastball up in the zone. You'd be doing him a favor.
Challenge with them to start this year. 1-2. Bases loaded for Devers. Here's the pitch. Way high with a fastball indeed. And it's 2-2.
And especially you don't want to spike a split here and it turns into a run with the bases chucked.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. What a spot for Raffy. The pitch is outside. He took it, started, but stopped on a splitter. And it's 3-2. So now, Will, to underscore your point, this is going to be mano a mano. Can Raffy catch up to a fastball right here?
Yeah, you just got to get started a little earlier. He's getting started a tick late.
3-2. The carousel begins with the bases loaded. And 2 outs, and Mahle maybe trying to steal the final out of the inning. Spins back to second, but Campbell was not fooled. Willier at third, Christian at second with Carlos Narvaez at first. Turning point in this game coming up. 3-2. The pitch is high, ball 4. He did not swing. It's a bases loaded walk for Devers. The Red Sox are on the board. It is 2-1, and the sacks still packed for Alex Bregman.
That a boy, Raff, because even in a bat like that, where he doesn't make contact, can still help you mentally going into that next one going, you know what? Okay, I did something to help us.
Well, and Bruce Bochy's taken Mahle out of the game. That's his 4th walk, and we're going to go to the Ranger bullpen in the second inning.
That's huge.
Red Sox getting into the pen early in this one. Huge spot coming up next for Bregman. 2-1 the score, loaded up for the new Red Sox star. 2 down in the second after this at the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, Visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Well, Raffy Devers draws a bases-loaded walk to get the Red Sox on the board. He's got to be exhaling at first base. They're loaded up for Alex Bregman.
He still didn't look right? He's still late. He's still jumpy. He's getting started a little late, so he's having to, rush to try to make contact. But the fact that he was able to just fight and scratch and claw his way through that at-bat to get the job done, get a run in, work that count, and not chase is huge for him mentally.
Well, how about this? Bregman now against Jacob Webb. He's 2 for 5 with a homer and a double against him.
Come now.
Bases loaded last year with the Baltimore Orioles, 60 appearances, but in a huge bind right here. Bregman into the right-handed box. Bases loaded with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes outside, but that's called a strike. I think so far it's been a horrendous strike zone for Adam Hamari.
The entire series, to be honest, has been very inconsistent.
I think that's the 4th or 5th miss I can think of, including strike 3 to Casas. On 1, the pitch is outside. It actually is called a ball and a changeup, and it's 1-1.
I love how you get on the umpires, because normally that's the ex-hitter, right? Complaining, that's what we do. It's never our fault. I love that you're like, come on, man.
Well, they're just blatant misses. 1-1. Swing and a foul back to the screen. He was fooled there on a fastball. Was he sitting off speed there?
I think it was an up and in fastball. Webb is one of those guys that similar. It seems like a style for the Rangers, that four-seamer that just has that rise to it. And that one just caught him cheating to that pitch.
By the way, the home run against Webb for Bregman was a grand slam. Up one here. 1-2, bases loaded. The pitch. Swinging a high drive into left center field. Back at the track, Taveras will get there right in front of the dirt and make the play. A little bit jammed was Bregman, and the inning is over. However, a bases loaded walk. The Red Sox on the board. Man alive, they have left 5 on base through 2. 2-1 Rangers on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RIADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Survivor 48 is here, and alongside it, we're bringing you a brand new season of On Fire, the only official Survivor podcast. If you're a Survivor superfan, you won't want to miss this deep dive into every episode where we break down how we designed the game, the biggest moves, your burning questions. It's the only podcast that gives you inside access to Survivor that nobody else can. Listen to On Fire, the official Survivor podcast with me, Jeff Probst, every Wednesday after the show, wherever you get your podcasts.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Walker Buehler's first pitch of the bottom of the second to Jonah Heim is a fastball that is a little bit low for ball one. 2-1 Rangers. Very syrupy overhead wind, and the 1-0 misses with a cut fastball, and it's 2-0.
Syrupy. Yeah, I like that. Very descriptive.
I think it fits. Very smooth, slow. 2-0. A little outside. So 3-0 to Heim, who in there again. Bruce Bochy basically has a rule. If you hit a home run, you're playing the next game. Good rule. Good life.
Makes a lot of sense.
Philosophy. 3-0. Pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. 3-1.
A few times a guy has said, but not after 2 home runs. That has never happened. And today would not be the first.
He carried the Rangers yesterday. Did Jonah Heim, the 3-1, swinging a foul back to the screen. It's 3-2. That was a postseason hero 2 seasons ago, and Walker Buehler can relate to that. The final out of the World Series a year ago, and a total star for them in the COVID year. 3-2. High fly into left field. Christian Campbell, so comfortable everywhere he is defensively underneath it with a tri-colored glove. He makes the play, 1 away.
Much easier play that time for Christian. Not laying out in the gap.
It's black, light blue, and red. He's got the outfield glove. He's got the infield mitts for when he's on the dirt.
There used to be rules where you could only have certain colors. Everyone had to have the same color cleats, and now the league has gone to no rules on that. Let players express themselves.
Which I think is so great. Here is Leody Taveras. Pitch misses outside. What would you have done if you were free with restrictions?
Pretty boring, I think, when it comes to that stuff. I think white cleats are fun.
Old school, the 1-0. Strike to a man wearing white cleats in Taveras. It's 1-1.
I'm also the guy that probably has eye black on every game. Even if we could play at midnight and I'm going to have eye black on. It's just part of my uni.
I'm the dude who wears sunglasses most times. The 1-1 is a little bit outside.
I picked up on the eye black look from Petey.
Really?
From Pedroia. He always did it. And day games it was dark. Night games it was just kind of smeared on lightly. It was just like he wanted to look dirty.
Sort of. I'm a gamer. Here it is. The 2-1 is crushed high in the air into center field. It will hang up though. Actually, kind of a lazy fly ball to Duran. They're 2 away. How cool it is for you, Will, to have just experienced Dustin Pedroia.
Well, there's no comparison with any other player I've played with, right? People compare Bregman in certain ways with his mentality and how he attacks his routine every day and the teammate he is, but there will never be another Dustin Pedroia.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Marcus Semien. Buehler settling in a little bit, quickly into the wind. He throws, and he misses inside. 10-second station ID, Shaws and Star Market, Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
1-0 pitch from Buehler is a strike on the outside corner. That was brilliantly received by Carlos Narvaez. The hands are so quiet, and he might have stolen a strike there. 1-1. Fouled off on the first base side. Out of play. Nothing really much cooler than watching a guy who can handle himself behind the plate. It is absolutely Narvaez's forte as the 1-2 pitch misses a little bit low, and it's 2-2.
To your point, there is a different look when there is a very good receiver behind the plate, and pitchers like throwing to those guys.
2-2 from Walker Buehler. The pitch. He got him with a nasty sweeper, and the inning is over. He and Narvaez working well together. We go into the 3rd inning. 2-1 Texas. This thing's had some twists and turns already. Casas, Story, and Abreu do up on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
If you or a loved one are a Rhode Islander over 55 or living with a disability, the Rhode Island Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, is your resource hub for aging and disability support. Simplify your search for answers and get free expert guidance on long-term care, including Medicare, housing, and more. Call 401-462-4444 to talk with an ADRC specialist, or search RI ADRC online, a service of the Rhode Island Office of Healthy Aging.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name, only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Hi, this is Tristan Casas. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Tristan Casas will lead it off as we go into the top of the 3rd inning. Noted Swifty Casas has his wildest dreams hoping to come true here in the top of the 3rd.
You're locked in right now.
2-1. Score. Tristan takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. I don't think he's gotten many good calls in his favor early. It's 0-1.
Oh, another not good call by you or the brisket nachos you're going to mid-game right now.
How is that not a good call?
Mm-hmm. All right, Cal Raleigh.
A dumper less big than his. The 0-1 is line foul on the third base side. Now to play, it's 0-2. He signed a big extension, didn't Raleigh?
He sure did. Good player.
They owe you the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Yankees had themselves a day. 9 homers. Aaron Judge had 3 of them. He was 4 for 6.
Goodness.
0-2. Pitch is strike 3 called. Casas knew it. He was frozen by a fastball. And there's one away. Here comes Trevor Story. I mean, the Yankees opened their game 3 pitches, 3 homers. Goldschmidt, Bellinger, and Judge. In the end, the Yankees just absolutely teed off and beat the Brewers 20-9.
I'm convinced they had a tip on Nestor Cortez.
I totally believe that. Here's Trevor Story. He grounds one again hard to short, but Seager right there. That's carbon copy for Trevor. 1 pitch and 2 away. 3rd inning brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're crossing the state line or just going cross town, Club Citgo can save you money on every fill up along the way. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Here's Lou Gehrig. Wilyer Abreu with 2 down and the bases empty. He is absolutely on fire. On base for 8 of his first 9 trips. He takes a strike on the outside corner. Mahle, the starter, is out. Jacob Webb continues. On 1 to Abreu. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Swinging a high fly into right field. It'll hang up for Garcia. The Red Sox going to be retired very easily in order in the 3rd. That was not the stuff of the Red Sox wildest dreams. We'll be back for the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 Texas and the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. And right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances, like the new and exclusive space-saving GE Profile Ultra-Fast Washer-Dryer Combo. Shop the GE Spring Into Good Things event, now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Walker Buehler from your Boston Red Sox. You are listening to WEEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Oh, baby, you. We'll see Walker Buehler miss with a curveball low for ball one. They say he's just a friend. Corey Seager, definitely a friend for Buehler. He fires a strike on the inside corner, a changeup, and it's 1-1. This must be awkward for these two guys. Well, they're so close.
It's fun to face your buddies.
1-1 is a little bit low.
The hard part is they know everything about you. And you're thinking, all right, what can I do that's off the beaten path? Something he's not going to expect. 2 changeups in a row. It's a pitch he threw, like I said, 5% of the time last year.
2-1. Here it is. Seager takes another fastball outside, and it's 3-1. 5-time All-Star, 2-time World Series MVP is Seager. These two guys, you think about it, how much good they've done for one another in their lives. 3-1. Swinging a soft ground ball, foul outside of first.
Thought you were to say how much money they've made.
They've done that too.
Seager, obviously, a $300 million. Goodness.
They got a $500 million on their middle infield, the Rangers.
Hang in there, guys. Who get there?
3-2. Pitch. High pop up in the left field. Campbell gently in. He's there to make the play. One away. You've been bonded to so many teammates, Will. It's a special thing. They came up in the minor leagues together. They were on those Dodgers teams that were trying to kick the door down. They did it in 20. They did it a year ago. Did the Dodgers without Seager, of course. What a neat link that is for two guys.
It is. Some of my best friends on earth are from the minor league days.
Here is Wyatt Langford, right-handed hitter. He takes a cut fastball outside, ball one.
And if you have the ability to spend those minor league years together and then go to the big leagues and be successful there together, wow, can't imagine.
Here's a high fly into right field. Willier going to come on in. He's easily there to make the play. Pitchers are settling in here a little bit. And they're 2 away. Looking back on it, my years in the minor leagues, while you're always looking to the next level, everybody wants to get to the show. That's the whole point of this entire endeavor. But you do bond yourself with people in a way that is impossible to do at this level.
So true.
Here's Jock Peterson, left-handed hitter. That misses outside for ball one.
You're both know you're not where you want to be, but you're grinding to get to a certain spot, and you go through that together. When you get here, you're here.
That's exactly the point. The 1-0 to Jock. Another former Dodger, misses high, 2-0.
So what you're saying is we have no chance of being close friends?
0. Net in the big leagues.
In the words of Ron Burgundy, I don't believe you.
2-0 pitch is a foul ball at the feet by Jock Peterson. Stay classy, Will Middlebrooks. It's 2-1.
Do my best.
It's just something that bonds you when you're sort of in the foxhole together, pursuing a common dream together. 2 balls and a strike, the pitch. A little bit low. Was there a minor league teammate that stands out to you that you remember in that way, kind of getting there together?
We didn't quite get there together, but we spent a lot of time. Alex Hassan, who's now an assistant GM for the Minnesota Twins from Milton, Mass, BC High.
What a great guy he is. The 3-1 is a strike on the inside corner.
Jock immediately put his hand on his helmet, and I was like, is he challenging that? You can't do that.
Now he's going to ask for time. Buehler, 131 appearances with the Dodgers. Many of them brilliant. And Alex Cora said he remembered vividly watching him in 2018. 3-2. Swinging a soft ground ball to the right side. Hamilton's got it so smooth over there. Jock doesn't even run. I mean, he just took one step. Is that a foul ball? Is that catcher's interference? It is. So Peterson, that's why he didn't run. He's going to be aboard with 2 out in the 3rd.
Oh, man, I was so curious. I'm like, is Jock angry? Is he hurt? What happened?
And now he's talking to Walker Buehler on the mound.
It definitely, watching the replay here, it definitely caught just a touch of the webbing. You see Narvaez react to it and like, oh, man, I shouldn't have reached that far over the plate for that one.
He just said to Walker Buehler, isn't Saquon Barkley the #1 pick next year? The pitch to Adolis Garcia is a swing and a miss and a
Walker
sweeper.
then said, ask Tommy Pham, please.
In case you've been in a cave the last couple of years, Peterson and Pham got in a full-on altercation over fantasy football.
During batting practice.
0-1 to Adolis Garcia. 2-1 Rangers. The pitch. Throw behind it first. They got him! Wow. What a play by Carlos Narvaez. He might take A.J. Brown instead. What a play. Narvaez gets the Red Sox out of the 3rd. 2-1 Rangers on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Christian Campbell to lead it off in the top of the 4th inning. Red Sox trail the Rangers 2-1. Good Webb on the mound, and Campbell, a la Soto, takes the first pitch sweeper low for ball 1.
A little game tie-in homer piece right here. He's been seeing the ball well today.
By the way, Jazz Chisholm tried to emulate Soto today. The 1-0 is drilled high into center field, at the track, at the wall. Gone! His first big league homer. Christian Campbell ties it at 2 in Texas.
Just call me Miss Cleo at this point, Willie. My goodness. That is a different, you hear about big leaguers that say, oh, well, that guy's got a different sound when he hits the ball. Did you hear that? My God.
He is meeting every expectation the Red Sox set for him. He clearly is ready for this moment. His first big fly. Now here's David Hamilton. Pitch. Swing and a pop-up straight back and foul. And it's 0-1.
That ball got out with a quickness.
Fastball on the outer half, and he just launched it.
He gets out over his front side, but he stays so firm against it, swings again with so much bat speed.
You're a bit of a problem on the predictions so far. The pitch to Hamilton is a line drive. Caught it first. What a play over there by Berger. Hamilton, a little bit of a looper. Nice defense, and there's one away. Who was your first big league home run against?
Tommy Hunter. First pitch
Braves?
breaking ball, grand slam over Lansdowne. It went in that parking lot across the street.
Break a windshield?
It did not, but I did get the ball back. The parking lot attendant brought it in for me.
Well, this one's really easy. Charlie Madden, the
Right?
bullpen catcher, caught it.
The problem is there's a big dent in the side of the ball.
It's 2-2. One out. Here is Carlos Narvaez, who's having a big day. He walked and threw out a runner at first. He takes a fastball outside for ball one. Campbell looks like none of this moves him at all. So cool as Narvaez swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 1-1.
This kid's going to hit. And we've seen the athleticism at second base and left field today. Almost a tremendous play laying out for that ball that he probably shouldn't even have gotten to.
Talking to Casas in the dugout. The 1-1 is inside. This is a really interesting thing to me, Brooksy. The Red Sox developmental program now have all these different metrics that are sort of under the hood that track whether a guy is ready to go and move or not. 2-1. Pitch is high, 3-1. It's why Roman Anthony, hitting 220 last year, moved up to Double-A and then just absolutely took off. They thought that Christian Campbell, even in spite of the baseball card numbers, was having a really good spring and deserved to make this team. 3-1 is pop foul on the first base side, and it will get out of play.
Well, just you look at the body of work of one season last year. It's like he never really had a cold streak for 400 plus at bats. 1,000 OPS, 997 OPS for that long. At 3 different levels, he continued to get better.
You know, it's really cool. He's so calm as Campbell. He really let it out rounding first base. What a cool reaction.
Love that.
3-2. To Narvaez. Tied at 2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball. I would imagine you kind of blacked out rounding the bases on your first big league homer.
Didn't even remember it. When I got to home plate, this was the cool part. I get to home plate, Big Poppy's waiting there for me. Chest bumps me, Cody Ross, like all the, it was, yeah. Oof. Good times.
And here comes Bruce Bochy out of the bullpen. The kid has his first big league homer. 2-2. All smiles in the Red Sox dugout. Pitching change for the Rangers. By the way, the 4th inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. It's Christian with a K who's homered and tied the game. 2-2 in Texas on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, your New England Ford dealers remind you that this is the perfect time to check out all their great Ford truck offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on Ford F-150, built Ford tough and smarter than ever. The legendary Super Duty, our most capable heavy-duty pickup, and the turbocharged Ranger, ready for your next adventure. Visit buyfordnow.com and see why now's the time to buy or lease your new Ford truck.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's Cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Lefty out of the bullpen is Hobie Milner, who had got some big outs for the Red Sox last night. Bruce Bochy picks the pocket with Duran and Casas for him. We are tied at 2 thanks to Christian Campbell. I just can't stop looking at him in the third base dugout, Will. And it is one of these things where it's hard to not get so excited about what Campbell and hopefully soon Meyer and Anthony could mean to the future of this franchise. Here's Jarren Duran with 2 down and the base is empty. He takes inside ball 1.
Well, it's good for some of these lefties that saw Milner yesterday because he's such an awkward arm angle. Straight sidearm, starts at the lefty batter, everything with angle working away from them.
Duran got a big hit against him to load the bases. Here he grounds one on the right side. Semien has it, though. He throws to first in time. Inning over, but Christian Campbell, his first major league home run, predicted by the man to my right. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 2-2, Sox and Rangers on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel angry or depressed most of the time? Do you feel neglected or unloved?
Do you feel that if the drinker loved you, she or he would stop drinking?
If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Not everyone trapped by alcohol is an alcoholic.
Families and friends are suffering too.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help.
Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Walker Buehler in a tie game fires the first pitch strike to Adolis Garcia right there on the corner. Change up. And it is 0-1. We love getting to know Walker. Feels like he's going to fit so well in Boston. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, a sweeper. And it's 0-2. If you needed any insight into this guy's personality, which I've absolutely adored, his Twitter handle is @Buehler's Day Off. Buehler, the 0-2 is a little bit low. Sweeper that missed, and it's 1-2. He's just an open book, and I love it.
You're seeing Buehler second time through the lineup going to a completely different way of attacking these hitters. No sweepers the first time through.
Wearing number 0 as he misses just outside with a changeup. And it's 2-2. How about breaking in as a rookie with the Dodgers in 2018? 24 starts at 2.62 ERA. The pitch high and deep into left field. The Rangers are going to take the lead. Campbell can only watch it fly. Adios. Garcia puts Texas ahead 3-2.
That's the trouble that is Adolis Garcia. 102.7, 412 off the bat. He's always a threat to go deep. Buehler just missed with that 2-2 pitch. 1-2 pitch, excuse me, just off the plate with the fastball. Adolis takes a big swing, looks in the dugout, points at the boys and said, all right, we'll take that one back.
He's got a little Randy Arozarena in him, does Adolis Garcia. Tends to rise to the biggest spots. He was absolutely incredible in the ALCS 2 years ago before being injured in the World Series. Rangers overcame that. That was a big fly as Buehler gets strike one to Jake Berger, and now the next one fouled off down the right field line. Some guys just can do it in the biggest spots, Will, and Adolis Garcia is one of those.
Absolutely. The clutch gene.
You had it?
A couple times.
Anybody who's got Mariano in the ninth inning is in that category. 0-2. Buehler throws. Soft comebacker. Walker, very athletic. Gloves, throws to first in time. And there's one away. Subaru of New England scoreboard with so much to love. You don't want to miss the Subaru of New England A Lot to Love event. Find your authorized retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. I hate to repeat this, but the Yankees hit 9 home runs, and they scored 20 runs in their second win in as many games against the Milwaukee Brewers. Aaron Judge went deep 3 times. Here's Ezekiel Duran, who takes fastball outside for ball 1. Bruce Bochy's former team, the San Francisco Giants, fell today in Cincinnati. 3-2 Reds win. 1-0. Swing and a miss. And it is 1-1. Braves are in San Diego. The Padres have won the first 2 games. Really good stuff from Fernando Tatis
Saw him
Jr.
go deep, yeah.
The true stars in the game. The 1-1. Up and in. And, of course, Buehler knows a thing or two about that rivalry with the Padres.
Oh, yeah. I played in it in 2015. It wasn't quite a rivalry yet. Padres were still little brother at that point.
2-1 pitch. Well, they still are. This one misses outside, and it's 3-1.
It does feel a bit more like a rivalry now, though, because the Padres are so much more competitive over the last couple of years.
Well, they had him where they needed him last year in the postseason, but LA elevated. 3-1 is a strike on the outside corner. You know, Buehler, like Crochet, like Houck, works quickly, pounds the zone. Feels like an important pitch coming here. His 64th and a 3-2 count. There it is. Popped up. Shallow right field. Hamilton watches Duran come in, and on the run, Jaron makes the play. And they're 2 down. He just looks the part, doesn't he, Brooksy? He just, Walker Buehler, cool as you can ever be on the mound.
He's just a pro. I think it's the best way to put it, right? He's out here every day. He puts his work in. The preparation is there. And he gets out there, and it's like he flips a switch, and it's bulldog mode.
Speaking of, here's Jonah Heim, who homered twice yesterday. 3-2 Rangers in the 4th pitch. That's crushed into right field. But Willier back on it. He's right there, chest high, makes the grab. Hit him where they ain't. Inning over. Abreu makes the play. We go to the 5th inning. 3-2 Texas on the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on Helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents a work love story like no other. Meet Productivity. She's all business.
The Canva doc is done.
Creativity is more of a free thinker.
Whiteboard brainstorm.
They're worlds apart, but sometimes opposites attract. Thanks to Canva.
The data is in the deck.
And now it's an animated graph.
Canva, where productivity meets creativity. Now showing on computer screens everywhere. Love your work at canva.com.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle-Gro organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
Hey, it's Alex Bregman. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Hobie Milner is going to continue in the game to see, I think, only Raffy Devers here. It's Raffy, then Bregman. Trevor Story. In the top of the 5th, 3-2 Rangers, thanks to Adolis Garcia's home run. He drew a bases-loaded walk that got the Red Sox on the board his last time. Another left-on-left challenge. He struck out against this man last night with the bases loaded. Did Devers. Pitch, swing and miss. It's incredible how late Raffy can look on pedestrian fastballs. That was 86, and he wasn't close.
That one, it didn't even look as late, more than he was just pulling off everything going to right field, and that pitch was dotted down and away.
0-1. Rafi takes a strike. The code word of the game is Globe Life Field. No, it's not. I promise I'll get you the updated code word. Texas.
Real original.
The stars at night are big and bright as Rafi takes a sweeper outside for ball 1, and it's 1-2.
Like it.
Blue bonnets were blooming as we drove to the ballpark today. This is a wonderful time in this wonderful state. The 1-2 is a ground ball to third. It is gobbled up there. Durrani throws to first, and Rafi is gone for one away. I'm sure you have memories of that, Will, as a kid. Spring blooms, so do the blue bonnets.
You read my mind. So there's pictures of my sisters and I when I was, oh gosh, I had to have been all of 4 or 5 years old, my 2 little sisters, and we're sitting in a field of blue bonnets. It's like my mom's favorite picture of us.
I believe that. See if we can recreate it tomorrow. Here's Alex Bregman, right-handed hitter. He takes outside for ball 1.
Me, you, and Lou.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm down. I'll get you some overalls.
I'm sure there's a tractor around. 1-0 to Bregman. The pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner, 1-1. They are beautiful, these blue bonnets. And what's cool about Texas, amongst other things like brisket and ribs and very warm hospitality, 1-1 is a little bit low to Bregman, is that these flowers just bloom everywhere. Like you're driving along interstate highways, and there are...
I feel like that's where they are the most.
Yeah.
Along the I-30, rolling into...
Painted ladies,
Globe
all
Life.
kinds of wild flowers. 2-1. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
That was nasty. That thing started 4 or 5 feet off the plate and worked right back to the corner. Just absolutely no chance for a right-handed batter to swing at that pitch.
3-2 Rangers, 1 out in the 5th. Milner throws. Bregman drives one, foul down the left field line and out of play.
So state flower of Texas is the blue bonnet.
Yep.
What's the bird?
I do need a minute on that.
We'll just say
it.
It makes fun of you.
2-2 is a little bit high. Is it a mockingbird?
It is.
My home state of Virginia, the cardinal and the dogwood, those 2 answers. Flower and tree. 3-2. Pitch to Bregman. Swinging a shot down the left field line, but foul. He hammered that one. He's looking more and more comfortable to play.
Yeah, those hands, the timing of the body is starting to time up with those lightning fast hands. When all that comes together, look out. That ball just fouled by about 3 feet. About 10 feet short of the fence on a line.
Red Sox has had so many opportunities in this game. 3-2, bases empty in the 5th. Bregman waits the pitch. Swinging a pop foul on the first base side. Casas is on deck, so Milner will continue in the game. The black-capped chickadee is the Massachusetts state bird.
I don't think I would have come up with that one.
Although, getting to know you a little bit, I'm sure if I played you the sound it makes, you could replicate it in 5 seconds. 3-2 the pitch. Down and in, ball 4. Really good plate appearance for Bregman. And he's aboard for Tristan Casas. I believe that Aaron Judge will vault himself into a lot of leaderboards statistically after now 3 games of change through baseball, brought to you by Drains by James. There's Tristan looking for his first hit. He will not get it on the first pitch. He fouls a sinker back, and it's 0-1. Eastern Mass's leader in residential and commercial drain cleaning and pipe lining. Wilyer Abreu leads the world with a .750 batting average and an .800 on base. 0-1 to Casas. Here's the pitch. And a soft ground ball foul outside of first. Judge with 9 runs batted in. He had, what, 6 today?
At least.
Cedric Mullins, Wilyer Abreu, and Miguel Amaya tied with 6. All rise for Judge in the Bronx.
Uncle Kevin here for these last 2 games in Tejas.
So fun to have Millar here. 0-2 the pitch. Swinging a shot into left field. That's a base hit. That is a great left-on-left at bat for Tristan Casas. Sox in business, 2 on with 1 out.
Those are the kind of at-bats that get you locked in. Because left-on-left with the angle that Milner has against lefties, even tough on righties with that angle into them. But for Tristan to stay square to the plate, let the ball travel, get deep, and drive that as hard as he did to left field, that's the kind of at-bat that'll get you locked in.
Well, here's Trevor Story, who with the Colorado Rockies was about the best hitter in the big leagues against left-handers. This is a key spot for him. Bruce Bochy has not come to the mound. In fact, the Rangers, I think a little late here. Remember, the Red Sox got into their bullpen early. They do not have anybody up in their bullpen. Sox have done a good job getting to the pen early in this series.
Looks just right now just starting to get someone up. But that arm won't be ready for at least 2 batters at the very earliest.
Well, and of course, Bochy thinking Williers on deck, a left-hander, so maybe trying to get Milner through that. And here we go. This is a spot,
big spot,
for Trevor Story to do damage against a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, and just because it's a lefty, this is not a normal lefty, right? You still have to stick with an approach. He can move it away from you, but he loves to pitch in to righty, so you got to be ready to get the head of the bat out.
There he is, back just down the road from his home as he takes a sweeper down and in, ball 1. Well, it's a delicate balance in these spots, aggression, patience. Don't you think Trevor's trying to do damage early in this count?
Yeah, after taking a sweeper there, I'm hunting that fastball in that he loves to throw to righties.
1-0 is on the ground, foul outside of third. That was a sweeper.
Back to the sweeper again, doubled up on it, which is interesting. Dude, 3 balls middle of the plate to Casas. Maybe he's feeling like he's not hitting his spots with that fastball.
You love a mistake here. 1-1 to Story. 3-2 Rangers. 2 on, 1 out in the 5th. Pitch. Swinging a shot down the right field line. Foul and out of play. Just missed that one. It's 1-2.
Talked to Trevor about that today during batting practice. Said, dude, you've had so many hard foul balls just off the foul line to right. He's like, I'm just a tick off. He's like, I'm right there. Like, I'm so close to feeling good. And that was another one right there.
0 for 2 today. 1-2 the count now. Bregman at second. Casas at first. The pitch. Inside corner. Strike 3 called. Story didn't like it. I think he might have challenged that in a different world. He is rung up and they're 2 away.
Honestly, Willie, this is a perfectly placed fastball from Hobie Milner. Just looked like it just maybe catches the inner corner. Too close to take with 2 strikes by Trevor Story.
Locked him up. Beautiful pitch. So here now, Wilyer Abreu. Pitch outside. Sweeper that missed, and it's 1-0. You got Christian Campbell, who last time up hit his first big league homer on deck, and your hottest hitter at the plate here in Abreu, left on left. 2 on, 2 out, the 1-0. Fouled back to the screen, man. He got a sweeper just back to the screen, 1-1.
I cannot continue to tell you how uncomfortable this at bat is for left-handed batters. Well, mere mortals at least. Did you see how comfortable that swing was, Willie? From Wilyer Abreu?
He's totally dialed in.
That is insane. He shouldn't be that comfortable against this guy.
1-1. Here it is. And that's taken for a ball. And again, this guy is so locked in. That was close. Outside, and it's 2-1.
I want to know what that feels like. I would love to know what that feels like.
2-1. Pitch is a strike. That was a fastball at the bottom of the zone, 2-2.
He's going to want that one back. You could see it on his face. He kind of grimaced as that crossed. He was probably sitting off speed. Just gets the dart fastball down and away.
The exact right guy to have up in this spot, even though it's the left-hander Milner. This is what Alex Cora talked to us about before the game, testing these left-handed hitters. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2. The pitch is a ground ball on the left side. Third baseman Duran flips to second. In time, Casas is gone there. And the inning is over. Man alive, of the Red Sox spoiled some great chances in this game. They've got 8 men left on base. through 5 innings. 3-2 Texas on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. We'll shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hear that? It's SpringFest savings calling your name. Only at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a Select Ego trimmer, blower, or mower. Plus, get your choice of any 2 bags of Miracle Grow organic soil mix for only $16. Shop these can't-miss deals in-store or online today. Lowe's. We help. You save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Excludes Hawaii.
It's Alex. It is the home of the Sox. WEEI. Walker Buehler's first pitch to Leody Taveras is bunted in front of the plate. Narvaez picks it up with a barehand, throws to first, not in time. It's a bunt single to begin the bottom of the 5th. That was really well done by Narvaez, but a perfect deadened bunt. And the leadoff man is aboard for the Rangers in the 5th.
Kind of a lost art, right? You just don't see it in today's game with playing the analytics and playing the numbers and, hey, go up there and just try to hit a homer, change the numbers on the scoreboard. But with speed like Taveras has, why not throw one down in the 81st percentile in speed in all of baseball?
Toke. It sets the table for Marcus Semien here. The 9-hole hitter is aboard. They got major action right now, do the Rangers. Taveras is a threat to run, although with the big hitters up, see what he does at first. Buehler out of the stretch. Again, he goes. The pitch is inside. Narvaez is thrown. Not in time. Head first slide for Taveras. A bunt and a steal. And the Rangers in business here in the 5th.
Taveras, 23 stolen bases last season. Very good jump right there, and really not a great throw from Narvaez. Kind of came out of his hand like a changeup.
So 1-run advantage trying to pile on to the Rangers. The pitch to Semien, foul toward the dugout. Somebody went scampering. It is Kyle Hudson down there along with somebody I don't recognize who went standing and scampering down the stairs in that dugout. That'd be Chris Stacio. The 1-1 pitch is a little bit outside, and it's 2-1. Chris, who for a long time was the assistant farm director with the Red Sox, comes up. He's in uniform, kind of running the hitting department for the big league club. Has to love what he's seen from Abreu and Campbell so far. The 2-1, that's a strike on the outside corner. 2-2. Well, there's something about Buehler, the tempo. He seems to get on hitters pretty quickly.
He does, and he just always seems like he's in control, right? Even not having the lead in this game.
2-2. Outside, dropped by Narvaez, but Taveras will stay at second. Copyrighted broadcast presented by Authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Sox. Big pitch here. The 3-2 popped up, foul on the first base side. This is where the Rangers can be so dangerous. They got traffic on the bases, and Semien and Seager are their best players.
And Semien has looked like he is trying to move Taveras over. He's seen a clear attempt to try to hit the ball on the right side, even with 2 strikes.
3-2 again. Here it is. Popped up. on the foul side of third. Will it stay in the yard? Coming down, Pregame out of play. Right in the camera well beside the Red Sox dugout. Big break for the Rangers. It stays 3-2.
Really was. If you get away with that, stays in, one out right there, not get the job done moving the guy over. I feel like you get away with it, but stays alive.
10 scoreless innings in the NLCS and the World Series for Buehler. He'd love a scoreless inning here. 3-2. Here it is. He fouls it off. Does Semien. Just stays alive on a sweeper. We'll do it again. 3-2. That is 74 pitches for Buehler. The Red Sox bullpen begins to stir. Figure this could be a very likely day for Zach Kelly. Chapman definitely available. Slayton 2. 3-2. Here it is. Line drive up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Duran plays it on the ground. The throw will not come home. It's an RBI single for Marcus Semien, and the Rangers lead it 4-2.
Professional hitters do. Works the count, fouled off tough pitches. This fastball is about 6 inches off the plate away. Semien staying through it, hits it hard, right up the box, right up the middle, over the bag. Not hit hard enough to Duran to have a play on Tavares with his speed, scoring from second.
So a bunt, a steal, and a hit. Semien runs and a ground ball into right field. That's a base hit. Here come the Rangers. They're going to have him at the corners with still nobody out. Small ball for Texas. 2-run lead and real trouble here for Walker Buehler.
Now would be a good time for I was just about to say, mound visit. Slow things down, give the bullpen a little time to get loose out there. And here comes Andrew Bailey.
Looks like Justin Wilson, the left-hander, is beginning to throw for the Red Sox. The Herb Chambers batting order in this 5th inning brought to you by Herb Chambers Mini of Boston. The hard part for the Red Sox right now is this is a Texas offense that's so hard to limit. You knew it was coming. But Boston has had so many chances in this game and not cashed them in.
0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, 7 left on. Not ideal, especially after the numbers just like that yesterday.
So now here is where the Red Sox need to lean into the veteran that is Walker Buehler. He needs to limit the damage right here. It's already a 2-run Ranger lead. First and third, nobody out. Story and Hamilton shade to the second base bag as Wyatt Langford digs in. Big RBI hit late in the game yesterday. Pitch, swing, and a foul back to the screen. This kid, Wyatt Langford's aggressive early in counts.
His body style and the way he moves. Now, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not comparing his play to Mike Trout, but his stature and the way he moves on the baseball field reminds me a lot of young Mike Trout.
Well, Bruce Bochy said that exact thing to me last year. The 0-1 is grounded foul outside of third. They think his ceiling is limitless.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Guy who rocketed his way into the big leagues. Very little time in the minor leagues. Buehler needs to get him here. It is 0-2. From the belt, the pitch is down and in the dirt. Good block there by Narvaez. If you're on the infield here, Will, obviously you take 2 outs for a run in this spot, but what are they thinking all around the dirt?
Yeah, so the infield isn't at normal depth, but they're not in either. This is kind of called like an in-between phase. Now, Bregman's pretty close to being in normal because balls get hit hard to third. You have plenty of time to get the play at home.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him with a huge strikeout for Buehler. Sweeper was nasty, an enormous first out, and here comes Alex Cora.
Big strikeout, though, to your point. Now you're a ground ball away, getting out of this, keeping it just a 2-run game.
They will go to Justin Wilson to face Jock Peterson. We'll see if Bruce Bochy might well counter. 4-2 Rangers at the corners, 1 out in the 5th. Sox trail by 2 in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup, that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Well, Justin Wilson will face Jock Peterson as we continue here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Walker Buehler, in some ways a little unlucky. Garcia got him for the go-ahead home run. 4 1/3 innings, 7 hits. On the record right now for 4 earned runs with 3 strikeouts and no walks. And I thought he pitched better than that bottom line.
I agree. You know, to the naked eye, just watching that, I thought his stuff was decent today. Just a couple singles here and there that get through. Obviously, the Adolis Garcia home run really hurt.
The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher. During this year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. So what a spot this is for Justin Wilson, the longtime veteran, to make his Red Sox debut. This is why he's on the team, to face a lefty like Peterson in a huge spot.
Yeah, and with the short bench of the Rangers, with Young probably not available, Josh Smith going out with the injury to his knee in foul territory earlier, they're sticking with Jock Peterson.
Here it is. And misses badly. Kind of a mixed spring for Justin Wilson in his 13th major league season. He's 37 years old, from Anaheim, California. Last year with the Reds, longtime Pittsburgh Pirate, Tigers, Yankees, and Cubs. 1-0. Have a double play here. The pitch is fouled back to the screen. That was a mighty rip from Jock Peterson. It's 1-1.
So you're going to see a 3-pitch mix. A 4-seamer he throws about half the time, a slider and a cutter as his secondary pitches. Fastball is going to sit between 93 and 95.
4-2 Rangers at the corners in the fifth. This one's had some twists and turns. Wilson at the letters throws. Peterson takes a ball, a fastball low, and it's 2-1. Red Sox prioritized velocity from the left side in the offseason. Chapman and this man Justin Wilson. Hitters count for Peterson, 2-1. Here it is. Fouled. Back to the screen. Looks pretty comfortable on fastballs. It's 2-2.
Yeah, and you know, his numbers don't jump off the page, but he gets a ton of chase, 95th percentile in chase percentage last season. So hitters just don't pick up the ball well out of Justin Wilson's hand.
2-2. Story and Hamilton shade up the middle. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Hamilton's going to have to hurry. He tags the runner. Flips the first. In time. Double play. Wow. That was awesome from Hamilton. He tagged out the runner with the glove, and then sort of a backhand flip to Casas, who kept his foot on the bag to end the inning.
Athletic play. Wow.
That's everything that Hamilton can be on the dirt. Bregman there to greet both Hamilton and Casas. What a play. Keep the Sox in at 4-2. To the 6th inning we go on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with Golden Chicken Fingers and a limited edition Golden Blush Puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Are you taking steps to help protect your money from the potential impact of world war? Russia and Ukraine, Israel, Gaza. We've seen threats from Iran, and now Syria has been taken over by extremists, putting the entire region at risk. The question is, how much more international conflict can we handle? And what impacts will these conflicts have on the global economy and your retirement savings? Right now, thousands of hardworking Americans are turning to precious metals like gold and silver to help them protect their hard-earned savings. You may not be able to control these global conflicts around the world, but you can control how you diversify your money. And that's where gold and silver could help. Right now, you can get a free gold and silver kit from the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. On top of that, you could get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver, but only while supplies last. So don't wait. Call 855-GOLD-IRA to get your free copy today and find out if you qualify for up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver. That's 855-GOLD-IRA. One more time, 855-GOLD-IRA.
Hey, it's Christian Campbell from your Boston Red Sox. You're listening to WEEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Christian Campbell himself leads it off in the top of the sixth inning. Curveball from Gerson Garabito misses inside. And it's 1-0. Campbell, have yourself an opening series in his first big league homer. His last time he takes borderline pitch called a strike, and it's 1-1. He's gotten burned a little bit by these home plate umpires in this series.
Yeah, they've been tough. There's some, to be honest, some bad calls.
So 1-1. Pitch ripped down the right field. Unfair ball. That's going to be extra bases for Campbell. He's homered. He's now doubled. He is peppering balls all over the place here in Arlington. And here come the Red Sox again in the top of the sixth.
Walk. First big league homer. You know what? Let me just take this fastball out of the catcher's mitt, fired over the first base bag for a stand-up double. This kid's special. You know, you hear about his swing. It's unorthodox. Guess what? It works.
Has an uncanny ability to find the baseball with the barrel of the bat. So here now is David Hamilton. Line down his first time. At the very minimum, he's got to get Campbell to third here. 4-2 Rangers. The pitch is outside, but I promise you Hamilton's thinking about more than that.
Of course, and this is a two-run game, so you're not going to bunt over the run just to make it 4-3. You'd love to see a ball in the gap. Switch spots with him right here if you're David Hamilton.
He had a fabulous spring training, did Hamilton. 1-0 the pitch. Swing and a pop-up back of home plate and out of play. We'll make the seats with Carlos Narvaez out on deck.
I got to say, Will, this is a booth where we are never going to get a foul ball.
No.
Ever. However, last season I was here, and one came up in this section right below us. That is got to be the closest we're going to get.
Not easy to do.
So far up.
1-1 to Hamilton. Pitch is fouled back. Man, did he have one to hit right there. That was a slider that hung up at the top of the zone, just straight back, and it's 1-2.
That's one he'll want back. He'll go back and watch the video on that one because he knows when he gets in bed tonight and closes his eyes, he's going to be seeing that pitch right there.
Spoken like a man who's done that a time or two.
Twice a game.
1-2. Campbell at second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball on the right side. Going to be a productive out. It's picked over there by Berger. He does find a way to tiptoe over the bag. That was awkward looking. He does retire Hamilton, but Campbell over to third with one away.
That kind of a little bit of a collision with Berger and Hamilton. Berger had to come up to get that short hop. It was a little awkward because it wasn't hit hard. Comes up for it, but he's a little past the bag and has to stretch that leg out. Just gets a toe on the base before Hamilton and his speed beat it out.
Now, what a spot for Carlos Narvaez. Got to put the ball in play here. Campbell leading at third with one down. The infield back, they'll give him the run as a fastball is right there on the corner. You've been in these spots so often, Will. The 9-hole hitter, he's known for his glove. What's the mentality and approach here with a runner at third?
Play pepper. Just put the bat on the ball. You don't even need to hit in the outfield. Just put it in play, and it's a 4-3 game.
0-1. Here it is. And he grounds it to third. Not going to get the job done. Campbell back to third. Throw to first. In time. Just about the only spot on the infield that wouldn't have scored the run. And they're 2 down.
Literally the one spot is hitting it right inside the foul line. Right inside third base where the third baseman is. That's the one place where Campbell could not score. Really good job on his part. Not rushing that and running into an out right there when you're down 2.
So here now is Jaron Duran, who today has walked. He's 0 for 2. Well, the hit here. Red Sox have already left 7 aboard. They trail by 2 in the 6th. Pitch is on the ground, foul outside of third. A leadoff double. It's an inning in which you really need to get that run home.
So many opportunities over the last 2 nights. A lot tonight. Just nobody getting that big hit. Let's get them an inch closer here in this one.
0-1 to Duran. Devers out on deck. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss very late on the slider, and it's 0-2. Now, the Rangers have already gone to Milner out of their bullpen. Garcia, the other lefty available. He's not up. Devers on deck. 0-2 to Duran. Top 6, 4-2 Rangers. Christian Campbell putting on a show, leading in foul ground at third. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball blown by him at 95. Inning over. The Red Sox waste the Christian Campbell leadoff double. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-2 Rangers in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Zach Kelly will make his season debut here in Texas. It's 4-2. A frustrating night at the plate for the Red Sox. They stranded Campbell at the top of this inning. They've left 8 men on base. And here is a guy who had a great spring training, Zach Kelly. The pitch to Adolis Garcia popped up. Back to the plate. Narvaez throws the mask away, but it's into the seats for strike 1. Let's take 10 seconds for station ID in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
0-1 to Adolis Garcia. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks in the 6th inning. This ball is rocked into the gap in left center field. And that'll be extra bases for Adolis Garcia. He's having a big night. He's into second base as Duran plays it off the track. And so loud contact against Kelly, who had sort of a wobbly 2024 elite stuff, and the Red Sox are hoping for big things from him.
The stuff is there. It's just command, right? That's 2 pitches to Garcia, middle. First a sweeper, then a 96-mile-per-hour fastball, but 96 isn't going to surprise anyone in today's game. You have to locate.
Did not do so there. Red Sox really ruining their missed opportunities. Here's Jake Berger, who crushes one into center field. Duran starts in, now back. He is there on the run to make the play. Garcia tags at second and heads for third. That is the first out, but runner at third with one down. That's the mysterious thing at times, Will, about Zach Kelly. He's got some of the best natural stuff in the Red Sox bullpen.
He does. He's got upper 90s fastball. He can get above the barrel. He's got a sweeper that he's really developed over the last 2 seasons. And then the changeup that he's always had is such a good secondary pitch. But he finds himself in hitters' counts a lot.
Are you thinking about a safety squeeze in any way on the infield here with Ezekiel Duran? Infield in. The pitch is a bunt attempt that is outside. He did not pull it back, and it's 0-1.
You were all over that one, Willie. It's a good combination. Not sure on the speed of Garcia. You know, he had the knee issues all last year. Even tagging up on that ball to center field to Duran, he didn't look to be moving great, but still a perfect bunt. Score him.
0-1 in all the way around. Costa's creeping further in. The pitch is fouled off. Man, would you love a strikeout here. It's 0-2.
My goodness, would you?
4-2 Rangers. 2 down, rather 1 out, and a runner at third in this bottom of the 6th inning. Hamilton is sort of shaded up the middle for this right-handed hitter. Not quite all the way on the grass, nor is Bregman at third. 0-2. Kelly at the belt, and time is called by the hitter. On anything hit medium to hard, you're coming home, aren't you?
Absolutely. Here you're reading the base runner as well.
Campbell is way over in left field, actually. Huge gap in left center field. 0-2, the pitch fouled off the other way on the first base side into the seats. You will never, almost ever, see as much green grass between 2 outfielders as you do right now between Duran and Campbell in left center field. 0-2. Here's the pitch. He bounces one, does Kelly in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
Phenomenal block by Narvaez there. That one bounced way out. Really just a spiked breaking ball. Had no chance. Narvaez slid his entire body over in front of that to keep the run from scoring.
Phillies beat the Nats 11-6 on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. A lot to love event. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-2, 1 down in the 6th. The runner at third. Kelly throws. Swing and a miss. He got him. What a big pitch. That is nasty sweeper, and they're 2 away.
Such a good pitch right there. A big one to your point. Now 2 outs. You got Jonah Heim coming to the plate, though. He's been swinging a good bat the last 2 days. A lot of hard contact from him.
2 homers yesterday. Not out of hot water at all. 2 for his first 5 with a couple homers. And here comes Andrew Bailey to talk it over. What do you think this conversation's about?
They're just going over game plan here because of how Heim has been swinging the bat. You have to execute pitches here. This is all about game plan. All right, this is what we talked about against him pregame. We're going to attack him this way based on what we've seen in today's game. And number one, he leaves the mound saying, this is what our first pitch is going to be. Let's stick with the plan, execute, let's go.
I know you've been on the mound for a lot of those visits, Will. Most of the time as an infielder, you're probably just listening more than anything. The game has changed. These pitching coaches bring so much more data to the mound.
Yeah, and you know, it doesn't change a whole lot for the infielder. And now with infielders having pitch comm as well, they can kind of shade themselves as the pitch is on the way to put themselves in a better position, if whether it's off speed or a fastball. You don't want to move too early and give away pitches.
Oftentimes, does the pitching coach right then say the pitch he wants to start the at-bat?
Absolutely.
So here's Heim facing Kelly. Infield backed up on the right side. The pitch is strike on the outside corner. Great fastball. Dotted, and it's 0-1.
That's where you want it. That opens up so many options when you dot that up and away fastball to a lefty. You can either go the changeup off of that or break something nasty with the sweeper down and in to get ahead 0-2.
4-2 Rangers. Runner at third. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. A fastball at 96,
just
and it's 0-2.
Challenging him right after him. You don't want to miss there. I'd say you got away with that one.
4th season in the major leagues for Kelly. He will take a break here. Walks back. I think he knows he got a little fortunate there. Deep breath. Alex Cora turns to his right, having a word with Andrew Bailey.
Heim is thinking off speed. Fastball up would get the job done.
0-2. Here it is. High fly into center field to stay in the ballpark. It was the fastball up. Duran is there, hitting over. Like we've done this a time or two. We go to the 7th inning. 4-2 Rangers lead the Red Sox. Boston will have Devers, Bregman, and Casas when we return on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents your work horoscope for this week. Deadlines are in retrograde, which we all know can bring some intense energy. Our advice: fend off this forecast with Canva. Like Canva whiteboards to counter creative blocks, and Canva docs for clarity in communications. If you have any sales deals coming through, results will be in your favor with Canva presentations, manifesting many wins for you. It's a great week to love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you more coverage, combining all your car coverage needs, from flats to fender benders to dead batteries to towing. It's a total car coverage combination, kind of like a combination of Ranchera, 8-bit video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Hey, I'd stream that song. Whatever you need, from coverage to service, get more with Geico.
Raising Cane's is celebrating our golden birthday year. Join the party with golden chicken fingers and a limited edition golden blush puppy that benefits local pet organizations. Get yours while supplies last. See RaisingCanes.com for details. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
Hey, it's Alex Bregman. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
We go into the 7th inning. The Red Sox trail the Rangers 4-2. It'll be Devers, Bregman, and then Tristan Casas. Gerson Garabito, the right-hander, continues in the game for Bruce Bochy. Their bullpen's a little bit thin here today. The pitch to Rafi, big swing, big miss. Slider 0-1.
Big mistake. Garabito as well. That's one we keep saying. That's when Rafi's right. He's not missing that pitch.
Just not yet synced up. 0-1. Here it is. That's another huge swing, huge miss, and it's 0-2. He's just not close to being timed up. Devers.
It's so odd to see, right? It just doesn't make sense to me because he's such a good hitter.
Struck out 4 times yesterday, another today. He is 0-2 with a walk. That was his only time on base in the season. To your point, these are pitches that get launched when he's dialed in. Aroldis Chapman is up in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. That's strike 3. Throws him with a fastball. Rafi's lost, and there's one away. I think Chapman is up sort of conditionally for the Red Sox. I mean, they got the big hitters up here. They're trailing by 2. The Rangers have Taveras, Semien, and then Seager due up. They'd love to bring Chapman in if they can get back in this thing. Here's Bregman. Pitch. Strike on the outside corner. And it is 0-1. Playing the pull on the infield. Here's the 0-1. Outside. The Nissan Postgame show follows us. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today. 1-1. Pitch. That's a beauty. Fastball for a strike on the outside corner. Bregman batted earlier in the game with the bases loaded. Just missed a slam. Went for 2 with a walk today as he takes a curveball outside, and it's 2-2. his patience at the plate is a thing to behold.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch because his swing is yes, 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 no. He's always ready to swing.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down, the pitch. Swinging a shot into center field. That's a base hit. He is aboard, so Casas will bat as the tying run in the 7th. Pregame is finding it here on day 3 of the season.
Yeah, it looks really good. That was a good at-bat right there. He had a clear approach early in the count. It looked like he was looking slider. Took a good fastball to hit early in that count. Got another one there with 2 strikes. Stays through it right to the middle of the field. Textbook line drive swing.
He has been working so hard with Pete Fatsey and Dylan Lawson. Chance for Casas here. The pitch is a little high and outside, ball 1. I mean, the Red Sox have not had a good strike zone against them in this series. I think no one has been more burned than Casas. He's 1 for 3 today with a base hit. And you hope he just turns it totally loose right here.
He's due.
1-0. The pitch is high. Good take. A changeup, and it's 2-0. You've been a slugger in your career, Will. You've been in these spots trying to tie the game with 1 swing. How do you balance aggression and caution here?
The last thing you're thinking about is going deep. You're thinking about hitting the ball hard in the air, squaring up, getting your pitch. Can't go up there trying to pull it.
2-0, the pitch. Swinging a drive into right field off the end of the bat. He just missed that. Garcia comes in. He's there to make the play. 2-0, fly into right field. Casas, I think, would like to have that again. And they're 2 down for Trevor Story.
Yeah, good swing by Casas. Caught it out front. He got a 2-0 slider that he hit off the end of the bat. That's what got him out front, was a speed change there.
So now Mike Maddox going to discuss things here with Trevor Story as they get a left-hander up in the bullpen, presumably for Wilyer Abreu, who's on deck. That would present a very interesting dilemma for Alex Cora. Robert Garcia is up and throwing. I mean, Wilyer Abreu is the hottest hitter on the club, but you do have Ref Snyder and Romy on the bench, who are tremendous right-handed pinch hitters. Trevor Story is hoping to make that a decision for Alex Cora.
I'm not taking Abreu out of the game. When you're this hot, it doesn't matter if a guy throws with his feet. You leave him in there and let him face it.
That'd be fun to watch. 4-2 Rangers. Tying run at first in Bregman. And here is Story, the Irving, Texas boy. 0 for 3 tonight. Pitch. Swinging a soft ground ball to short. Seager's got it. Over to second in time, and the inning is over. The Red Sox have left 10 men on base. They trail 4-2 stretch time in Arlington on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you more coverage for whatever you need, from a dead battery to a flat tire to a fender bender. And you get 24/7 help and fast claims with the Geico app. It's a total car coverage combo, kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. I think this could catch on. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting. It could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Arbella Insurance has been doing business in the New England community for over 35 years. They're your friends, your neighbors, and fellow Boston fans. They do the wave at the ballpark together and get stuck in the same Sturo Drive traffic. At Arbella, being your neighbor helps them provide you with the coverage you need to drive, live, or run a business in this part of the country we call home. Arbella, here for Boston fans, here for good.
Baseball is back and the team is stacked. Money was spent, players were at it, and from what we can see, everything looks perfect. Aha! But what about what we can't see? It's just like your drains and pipes. The ugly, nasty, sometimes stinky truth is often the one you don't see at first. Drains by James is your expert residential and commercial drain and pipelining service. We'll find it, clean it, and get it back to new. Available 24/7. Drains by James. We give a poop about your pipes.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Zach Kelly continues on a soft ground ball under his glove to the shortstop Trevor Story. He gets Leody Taveras, and on one pitch, one out. That was awkward looking. Taveras almost looked like he was caught in between. He made contact up the middle, but one pitch, one out.
The absolute worst as a hitter where you're like, no, don't want to swing at that. And somehow you make contact and just waste your bat on the first pitch.
So now with one out, here is Marcus Semien. 4-2 Rangers. Kelly throws, and a fastball misses inside for ball one. I think it was legitimate, Will, at the midpoint of spring training to say the Red Sox keep wanting Christian Campbell to win this job, to make the opening day roster. The 1-0 fouled back to the screen. Violent swing. He was pressing. He was off time. But my God, the first 3 days of his big league career, he sure looks the part.
Spring training only means so much, right? Even the young guys who are there to make the team are still working on things. They're still working on their timing from missing that months without seeing live pitching.
1-1 is outside.
But I think everyone in the organization in a decision-making chair knows the player they have in Christian Campbell.
Well, the video of the way that he got told the news that he was making the big leagues was so cool. 2-1 is fouled. Alex Cora loves to have fun with guys. I want the story of how you were notified your first time, but he said, who do you know from Georgia Tech that's played in the major leagues? And Jason Varitek was in the room. And he said, well, Tech. He said, that's it? He goes, oh, right, Nomar 2, 2-2, the pitch in the dirt. He said, well, you got to do a little more homework. You got to learn more about the Teixeiras of the world who've played in the big leagues. And he said, and add your name to the list. And Campbell, it looked like he'd just been told, well, you got to pay your water bill tomorrow. 3-2, the pitch. Fouled off. And so Jason Varitek's in the room with Raquel Ferreira. She's going to plan his parents coming here. And Varitek basically shakes him and says, are you even excited?
Can you at least smile?
They've just got such good culture going right now. They trail tonight, though. 4-2 in the 7th. 3-2 to Semien. One down. Kelly throws. Ground ball on the left side. Bregman ranges to his left. He gloves. He spins. He throws to first. In time. 2 away.
So that's what a Gold Glove third baseman looks like, Willie. Look, a lot of guys are good at balls at them and to their right, so to the third baseline. That's the tough play right there in the 6th hole to their left, glove side, because not only is it tough to stay down on that ball to catch it, you got a 360 and make a blind throw to first, and that's on the money.
It's awesome. Here's Corey Seager with 2 down. Kelly throws. This is outside, ball 1. A really cool replay on Nesson. One of the things that makes Bregman special is his pre-pitch actions.
Always on time.
1-0. Kelly throws. And a chopper inside the first base bag. No, foul and out of play. It's 1-1. You played third base in the big leagues, Will. Why is that play to your left so hard?
It's just, you have to take the perfect angle, and it's not like short or second where you have extra time to make that decision. It's a split second. You read the ball off the bat, and you have to be first off, be quick to get to it, but take the correct angle. But there's so much more to it when you have to make that throw across your body.
Well, he's got the glove over his ear. He wants to know what pitch is coming here from Kelly, and it is a changeup that misses outside. Let's get inside the PitchCom headset. Okay, you're the third baseman. Changeup's coming. What's in your mind?
Well, when you're shaded over that far, there's not a whole lot to do because the batter can see you. If you move too soon.
2-1 is popped up in a shallow left field. Campbell and Duran come together. It's Christian to make the play. Inning over. Very nicely done for Kelly. More on all the stuff that Will can teach us about defensive positioning and not tipping your hand when we come back for the 8th inning. 4-2 Rangers on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Canva presents the killer of productivity. It was an ordinary workday until...
Oh no, this meeting could have been an email.
Run. Canva had a creative solve.
Forget email. I'll just put the info the team needs in a Canva doc, and I'll make it visual with images, charts, and graphics.
Bring productivity killers to justice with creativity. Love your work at canva.com.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo from flat tires to fender benders and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. We'll shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Robert Garcia is on, and because of that, here comes Romy Gonzalez to make his 2025 debut. He will pinch hit for Wilyer Abreu, so Alex Cora will push the chips in a little bit. And this is all part of the deal. We know that Abreu's so hot, Will, but it is early in the year, and he does want to involve Romy and Rob Refsnyder.
Yeah, because these guys haven't had it bat yet, right? You need to get them in these games.
He was awesome in this role last year. He takes strike one on the outside corner. He was one of the best pinch hitters in baseball with power in 24.
He was a really important player for this team last year.
He is my homie, too. 0-1. Robert Garcia at the belt, throws, and Romy takes outside, and it's 1-1. I do have to forewarn you, if he does something wild here, we will go full my homie.
You have to. It's science.
Amazing to take Abreu out as Romy grounds one foul outside of third. I mean, Abreu is the hottest hitter on earth, but the calculus is different, Will, when you're trailing by 2.
It is. You need base runners here, and Alex made it very clear today. Like, I need to get all my guys in the game. It's hard to go 3-4 games without these guys getting at bats. You start not seeing live pitching for that long.
Well, he was so valuable a year ago. Right-handed hitter. 1-2 the pitch. He is outside. He's so patient, is Gonzalez. He played 7 different defensive positions for the Red Sox. First since the Brock Star in 2015 to do that.
Brock Holt. He's a gem.
2-2. Inside and low, 3-2 to Romy.
And, you know, to be fair, Abreu did actually get out twice today. So he's only, you know, the batting average dipped to .667.
Greg Weissert is up in the bullpen. 3-2 to Romy. The pitch inside. What a great plate appearance that is. So they go to the lefty. Alex counters with Romy, who can fly, and he is aboard for the kid, Christian Campbell.
Tying run to the plate. That's all you want here in the 8th, 9th inning. Give yourself a chance to at least tie this thing up.
Sort of a tough call here as to whether Romy might consider going. You got the tying run at the plate. The pitch inside. Garcia is missing badly. A changeup, 1-0.
Yeah, I'm not running here for a couple reasons. Yes, you're down 2. Our homer ties this thing up. Also, left-handed pitcher, much harder to steal the base on.
11 stolen bases in 89 games a year ago for Romy. The pitch is down and in. I think the lefty is the thing that swings it, especially now, too, that he can't throw strikes. It's 2-0. Can Christian Campbell have a 2-home run game? Launched one last time. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, he was trying to double up. How about that? A changeup under the bat, and it's 2-1.
2-0 changeup to the kid. That's respect. They see the bat speed. They heard that loud noise. It hit that homer out to left center. Be careful with him.
He looks so calm in the right-handed batter's box. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a soft ground ball on the third base side. He can run so well. It is handled by Taveras. Throw to first in time. Very close play. Jose David Flores thinks maybe the Red Sox should look at it. It looked like the throw beat him.
Looked out from here, but then again, we are in the clouds.
Romy is over to second base. Softly hit over there to third. Man, is that close. Bang, bang, but the Red Sox will not look, and there's one away. And now here's Connor Wong. This is really interesting. Red Sox will pinch hit. Offensive upgrade for Narvaez here. And actually, he's hitting for David Hamilton. With Narvaez out on deck. Bold move for Alex Cora. Romy at second with 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Very, very late with a fastball. And it's 0-1. So, because Romy is in the game, Red Sox will shuffle everything up defensively. Maybe Wong just to hit and then be done. Here's a pitch down and in. And it's 1-1. I mean, Narvaez will stay in the game as the catcher. He's on deck. I guess unless maybe if Wong reaches base, maybe you go to Rob Refsnyder against the left-hander, but then you figure Bruce Bochy might counter, though the bullpen for the Rangers is dead quiet. Wheels are turning here in Texas. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Wong swings and misses. I think that's it, Will. I think that's what is happening.
It's got to be, right?
He's tempting and daring the Rangers to stick with the left-hander. I really do. No matter what, we're going to see Rob Refsnyder next.
I think I'm with you, Will. I think this is a chess move. It really is. Alex Cora seems to be steps ahead, which he normally is.
Well, Cedar Rafaela also has a helmet on. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Wong takes strike 3. That was way high and outside. An absolutely atrocious call by Adam Hamari, and they're 2 away.
Can't happen.
That's not even close to a strike.
You miss a call early in the game. I get it, but this is a tying run at the plate in the 8th. Lock it in.
That's brutal. So here is Narvaez. It must have been they make the move had Wong reached. He can't believe it. We need the challenge system yesterday. Here's a soft ground ball foul outside of third. So that means that Wong is done. I mean, now Narvaez hits and he'll stay in the game as the catcher.
So who's your backup catcher, Romy? You?
I would trust you more in that spot.
No, I don't. I want nothing to do with catching. Nope. Not built for that. Maybe a little more built than you. You're 6'6".
I didn't bring my cup to the ballpark today.
That's what your glove's for.
Romy Gonzalez is at second. 0-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Man, a changeup under the bat. And it's 0-2. I mean, it was already a pitcher's count, but you just hate it when an umpire takes an at-bat away.
It just sucks the momentum out of the inning for you. But you got to keep going and find a way.
0-2. Here it is. Narvaez way high and outside, a fastball, and it's 1-2. You know, the Red Sox have had the leadoff man aboard so many times here today. Leadoff walk in this inning from Romy Gonzalez. In the 6th inning, a double from Christian Campbell. He did not score. 1-2 the pitch. Swinging a soft dribbler foul on the third base side and out of play. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got a full line. Gonna put goosebumps on your goosebumps. 1-2 to Carlos Narvaez. 4-2 Rangers. Here's the pitch. Swinging a pop foul. He's battling a little bit here, is Narvaez. And it stays 1-2. He told me in spring training, after a winter league season in which he absolutely lit the world on fire in Venezuela, he's worked very hard on getting his swing more level, flatter, more on plane.
The longer that bat is in the zone, the better chance you have to make good contact.
1-2 the pitch. Swinging a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Coming around third, Romy scores. Carlos Narvaez has his first Red Sox RBI. Bat in the zone long enough, and it's 4-3.
He goes defense first. Take that, right? Hard line drive. Infield was shifted. Pull for him. This is smoke. No chance for Simeon to get a glove on it.
Now, wait a minute. Now Alex Cora is going to scrabble all of the lineup card because Connor Wong is in the game. They're going to run with Rafaela. Narvaez is out, so Connor will stay in the game. It's a triple switch. Speed on the bases with the tying run.
This is old school National League baseball right here.
Well, and it's what makes Alex so darn fun to cover as a manager.
Look, we know baseball really well up here. I couldn't figure that out. We're trying to figure it out. That's the fun in working with Alex Cora.
It's 8 moves at once. I think St. On's going to go here. Jaron Duran is the batter. It is a lefty on the mound. The pitch is line foul on the third base side. I mean, that might be the reason that St. On doesn't necessarily take off. But I think he's thinking about it here.
If he does, would you pitch around Duran to get to Raffy at this point?
An amazing and very real thing being talked about in the Rangers bullpen. The pitch. Swinging a pop-up. Foul side of first. Get out of play. Berger over toward the dugout is there to make it. And the inning is over. However, Carlos Narvaez delivers an RBI hit. And the Red Sox are within a run, 4-3. Bottom 8 on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combination from flats to fender benders to dead batteries. Kind of like combining ranchera, video game music, and a high school choir on helium. Sounds like a hit to me. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
And we're back with Canva Presents Secret Sounds Work Edition. Caller, guess this sound.
It's a mouse click.
So close. That's actually publishing a website with Canva Docs. Next caller.
Definitely a mouse click.
Nice try. It was sorting 100 sticky notes with a Canva whiteboard. We also would have accepted resizing a Canva video into 10 different sizes.
What? No way.
Yes way. One click can go a long way. Love your work at canva.com.
Lowe's knows a good deal goes a long way. And right now, get up to 40% off select major appliances, like the new and exclusive space-saving GE Profile Ultra-Fast Washer-Dryer Combo. Shop the GE Spring Into Good Things event, now during SpringFest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
We're Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hart, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Greg Weissert is on the mound for the bottom of the 8th. Here we go. Defensive changes all over the place. Connor Wong remains in the game. He's behind the plate. Jaron Duran moves from center to right. Rafaela remains in the game He's in center field. Romy Gonzalez is the second baseman. So, again, like a quintuple switch here for Alex Cora as Weissert comes on for the second straight day. Sox within a run. It's 4-3. They'll have the big hitters up. So imperative to keep it right here where it is as Wyatt Langford takes a ball inside 1-0. How good a manager is Alex Cora? It makes you wonder what's going on with Rob Refsnyder. I think that Wong at bat would have been Rob's
his spot, absolutely.
1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. It's 1-1. You alluded to this, Will. Honestly, I don't think there's any man in baseball, and maybe the two best at all of it are in these dugouts here today, managing all these moves. The 1-1 is right there on the corner. 1-2. Lou Merloni always told me that when he went over to the San Diego Padres, Bruce Bochy was the best that he'd ever been around, telling him, hey, in a couple of innings, if this thing happens, you're going to come on and pinch hit. 1-2, and that's just outside. It's 2-2, and Alex Cora has a lot of that in him.
The best managers are a couple innings ahead, and they have option A, B, C, D, E, and F. If this and this happens, and they go to everyone and say, be prepared, that'll be your spot.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 4-3 Rangers in the 8th. The pitch is fouled off on the first base side. It must be so hard as a bench player to kind of get the alert 5 that you might come in and then you don't.
It's kind of exciting. You know, I got certain points towards the end of my career. That was my role as a utility player. And you just go down the cage, you get ready, you're loose, and you're just ready to go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is. Swinging a chopper, softly hit toward third and foul. It gets easier, I think, now, Will, because these traject machines that the Red Sox have invested heavily in, you can go see the pitchers you might face.
So I think the rule is you can't use that during the game. Only before.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Langford. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball. And there's one away.
You know, the ball coming out of Weissert's hand really well. That whole at-bat pitch to the edges, that was really the only pitch that he threw over the plate. A good pitch to hit there for Wyatt Langford, and just blew 92 past him. He looked like he was sitting for that slider.
So here comes Jock Peterson, the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Chevy of Danvers. For the love of a mouth-watering tender roast, hurry to Shaw's and Star Market right now. Pitch to Jock is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. How does it feel to be back in the state where you were a full bona fide jock yourself?
I did peak in high school, so.
You and I both know that's not true. The 0-1 is a little bit low, and it's 1-1.
You know, it was good. I got to see my parents. They drove in today from Texarkana, which is a little under 3 hours away from here. My sister came over from East Texas to have lunch before I came to the stadium today. So got to see just about everybody.
1-1 outside. I did not realize that you were a state championship winning QB1.
Pretty cool. I will say that ring sits right next to my World Series ring.
I'm sure it does. Down here, that is a huge deal. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Outside. Your dad was a football coach and athletic director. You knew the deal. But in the moment, as a high school kid in this state, what was that like?
It was special just because my dad had been to the playoffs a few times, but he'd never won a state championship. So being able to get him a ring was really special.
3 balls, 1 strike with 1 down in the 8th inning. The pitch. High, he walked him. That cannot happen for Weissert. So, runner aboard with 1 down. It is a religion, literally, here in the state of Texas. High school football means everything to so many towns, small and large. And it is this connective tissue. Everyone's looking to those state playoffs, often culminate across the road here now at Jerry World, home of the Dallas Cowboys, as Adolis Garcia takes strike 1.
Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose, Willie.
So very true. If you don't like that show, I just don't know what to say. Coach T on 1 pitch. Foul to the screen. And it is 0-2. Was your run to the state championship pretty clear? Did you guys beat everybody handily?
We had to play the #1 team in the state, Gilmer. in the first round. Beat up 39-36. They were picked to beat us by like 20. Their quarterback was a guy named G.J. Kinney, who's now the head football coach at Texas State.
Ooh. In San Marcos.
That's it.
Which is David Hamilton's hometown. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That is just outside, a fastball. And it's 1-2. I mean, I would imagine, Will, that playing in those environments in some crazy way got you ready for the big leagues.
Oh, man. Playing in front of 20,000 people sometimes.
1-2. Pitch is inside. It hit him, and the Rangers will hold their breath. I think that got him on the left hand. Weissert plunks Garcia. He's in some real pain. Bruce Bochy and the trainers come out, and Weissert making a mess of this bottom of the 8th inning.
Look, Adolis does have a big pad on the outside of his hand. Now, it doesn't really protect the bottom or the side much. Trying to get a good look at exactly where it got him.
Ooh,
it got
on the
his
right
backhand. That's it is, a top hand. That happened to me my rookie year. Into my rookie year in Cleveland, hit by pitch. Same thing up and in. I kind of turned, rotated my body, and it hit my top hand on the bat on the bottom of my hand.
As you know, Will, in there on the outside of both hands, that hamate bone, there are all these little bones that can really hurt.
Pisiform and triquetrum. Those were the ones I broke in half. Those are the ones. Look it up.
And they're useless, tiny little bones that can sideline you for months.
For sure. Hamate is obviously the one that does absolutely nothing. You can take it out. A little hook-shaped bone that hitters will break. These, although, you need. It's the one on the outside, the bottom of your hand.
I mean, I don't know that I necessarily need them right now as Jake Berger digs in. 4-3 Rangers. 2 on, 1 out. This is a big spot for Weissert to deliver. The bullpen remains quiet. Pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Weissert about the last guy with Bernardino to make the bullpen. And these are the spots they need him. I mean, Whitlock is down. He threw 2 innings on opening day. 0-1. Here it is. Ground ball up the middle. The second baseman, Romy, gloves, tags the runner, flips to first. Double play! They got him for the second time today. A Red Sox second baseman pulls off a beautiful double play. The umpires are waiting. Did he not make the out at first? Bruce Bochy wants to challenge.
He could be checking the tag as well. Not sure if he got the tag on.
He was safe at first,
he beat
for
the
sure.
flip. He did.
So now it's really critical that he did tag him out. Now the Rangers and Bruce Bochy will challenge. Will, you and I both saw the same replay. I think he easily beat it at first.
Yeah, he did. He did beat it at first. I got to see the tag. It looked pretty clean that he did get the tag. Initially, I thought he was out at first, but after seeing the replay, he definitely beat it.
Bruce Bochy has a look in the first base dugout that says, why do I even have to challenge this? That is not even close. Now, in the first base umpire's defense, that is Nestor Ceja over there. It was a really weird play. He's behind the bag. It's a one-hopper backhanded by Casas out of the hand of Romy.
You don't see that play very often. We've seen it twice in 3 innings today.
Alex Cora is laughing in the dugout. I think they think in the Red Sox dugout this is closer than we do.
It actually is close, but I think that's getting overturned.
Well, how about again, Will, the defensive versatility of this team? You take Romy on for Willier. He comes on and plays second base for Hamilton, and looks like he's been there for 4 straight days.
And by the way, Christian Campbell, who has played the first 2 games at second base, is in left field. So that is the versatility of an Alex Cora roster.
They're slowing it down here, and does the ball hit leather before the foot? I don't think so, but this is a lot like the play that ended the game last night.
Yeah, the first replay we saw, it looked like he beat it by a lot. Now, that one's showing when the ball actually hit the glove. It actually hit part of the glove before it got deep into the pocket, which could change this and make it where, oh, maybe it's not definitive and they can't overturn it. I'm still leaning overturn here on this one.
Me too, although the longer it goes, the better it is for the existing call. Here we go.
Call the field is overturned. The runner's safe. Texas retains their challenge.
Well, Middlebrooks is 2 for 2 on the season. And again, that did appear pretty obvious on the first look at the replay. And so now, after a long delay, it is so important for Greg Weissert to lock in here for Ezekiel Duran. You know, Will, for a second baseman like Romy just in the game, that is not an easy play at all. Not just the tag and throw, but even picking that soft grounder up the middle.
On a sprint, pick it, and then find the base runner to make the tag. The backhand flip was impressive, just not in time.
So here we go, 1st and 3rd with 2 down. 4-3 Rangers. Weissert needs to get Duran. Left-handed hitting Jonah Heim is out on deck. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That was nasty. A sweeper in its own one.
That was a good one. Duran was geared up for 94. Got 81, breaking sideways off the plate. Nasty pitch from Weissert.
Greg Weissert, a very annoyingly great golfer. Trying to make some big pitches here. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Soft ground ball on the left side. Bregman's got it. He gloves. He throws to first. In time. Inning over. So to the 9th we go. 4-3 Rangers. 9th inning next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
We got chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Lowe's knows there's no better time to refresh your kitchen, because right now you can get up to 40% off select major appliances, including GE. Get started with the exclusive GE slide-in range with no preheat air fry and easy wash oven tray. Shop the Spring Into Good Things event now during Springfest at Lowe's. We help, you save. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items. Valid 3/20 through 4/2. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Exclusions apply.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
What would you do if you could go back in time with the tap of a button?
Watch the ancient Egyptians build the pyramids?
How'd they do it?
Buy enough Bitcoin to purchase your very own private island.
Or maybe just skip the joke that flopped at the holiday party.
Unfortunately, we haven't figured out how to rewind time. But you can rewind live shows with the free Odyssey app.
Never miss your favorite sports talk again. To get started, download Odyssey and search for your station.
This is Alex Cora from your Boston Red Sox. You are listening to WEI, available anytime for free on the Odyssey app. That's AUDACY.
Well, here we go. Chris Martin is on for the top of the 9th. The Red Sox trailing in Arlington, Texas. Chris's hometown, 4-3, and the big boys are due up. It'll be Devers, Bregman, and Casas against their former teammate. Martin was fantastic last night. And here is Devers looking for his first hit of the season. Martin throws, and Rafi swings and misses. A fastball. 94 looked 99 in its own one.
You can expect Red Sox hitters to be very aggressive early. Chris Martin fills up the zone.
0-1. 0-3 tonight is Rafi. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's incredible how late he is on these fastballs, and it's 0-2. 2 more strikeouts here tonight. 0-2. He'll be challenged here. The pitch outside, very close. A fastball, and it's 1-2. He talked about it last night, did Devers. Said, people, my whole career have said I can't catch up to the fastball. I don't feel far off. Now, to turn one around right here. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. So late on a cutter. And there's one away. This is as bad as Rafi Devers has looked at almost any point in his Red Sox career.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there. It just doesn't look right. That one, it's like he almost saw it, recognized cutter, wasn't going to swing, and then decided to swing anyways.
He's got 10 strikeouts in 12 at-bats. So here now, Bregman, 4-3 Rangers, 2 outs in the 9th. Chris Martin is ready. The pitch is, what do you know? First pitch strike on the outside corner.
Just paint. Bottom of the zone. First pitch, you're not swinging at that.
Bregman in his career 2 for 9 with a strikeout against Chris Martin. 0-1. Here it is. Bregman takes way inside a sinking fastball, and it's 1-1. Martin was furious at himself last year for the damage done on first pitches. Such a perfectionist. What a combo he was with Kenley Jansen at the back end of the bullpen. 1-1. Grounded foul on the third base side. It's 1-2.
Yeah, the Rangers have a clear plan against Bregman, pounding him in. Everything else. So many pitches today have been inside to Bregman. Even when they're strikes, in or third, they'll go out away from him for chase later in the count, but they love pitching him in.
4-3 Rangers. 1 out in the 9th. The 1-2 is driven high into center field, but it will stay in the yard. Tavares is back. He makes the play. Now the Red Sox are down to their last out. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Tristan Casas, the Red Sox last hope. They trail 4-3 in the top of the 9th. Chris Martin is ready. The pitch outside for a ball. Most of the fans here at Globe Life Field in Arlington are on their feet. Sox have had so many chances in this game. Bases clear, 2 down. The 1-0. Casas swings and misses at a fastball, a cutter. And it is 1-1. Boston in this game 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They have stranded 10. Casas 1-1 will ask for time. He steps out, now back in. Martin, ever calm, is ready. Here's the pitch. Tristan takes a ball, a splitter, and it is 2-1. They'll extend the game for Trevor Story, who's out on deck. Casas, as always, back into the box with exactly 12 seconds on the pitch clock. 2-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Cut fastball. 2-2, and the Red Sox are down to their last strike.
You see why Chris Martin is so good. He gets ahead. Everything is to the edges. Not much over the middle of the plate. Dialed in.
2-2. Here it is. Casas swings and misses. He is gone, and the Red Sox will lose here in Texas. 4-3 Rangers. Sox had a ton of chances and just did not cash them in. Christian Campbell hits his first big league home run on the day that Walker Buehler made his Sox debut, but 1 run shy of a win in Arlington. 4-3 Rangers. Nissan postgame show next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders, and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Good cheddar tier right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Save on Cox Internet when you add Cox Mobile and get fiber-powered internet at home and unbeatable 5G reliability on the go. So whether you're playing a game at home, yes, cool, or attending one live, you can do more without spending more. Learn how to save at cox.com/internet. Cox Internet is connected to the premises via coaxial cable. Cox Mobile runs on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability as measured by Ookla LLC in the U.S. 2H 2023. Results may vary, not an endorsement. Other restrictions apply.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Protect your home with exterior portfolio vinyl siding from Riverhead Building Supply. Enjoy coastal warmth and enduring durability with Portsmouth shake and shingle siding. Use Riverhead Building Supply's visualizer tool to select the exterior portfolio siding style and color for your home. Try it today at rbscorp.com.
At Real Foundations, we help you navigate audit season with expert application support. We streamline your audit and compliance requirements while you lead strategic initiatives that drive growth. Real Foundations, making real estate run better.
Hey, it's Jim Costa with Cash the Ticket. It's March, so Mike Valeni and I are all over the tournament again this year. There's just nothing like betting in March. Breakdowns of every region and every game. From conference tournaments to the Final Horn, we'll have the picks and the plays on every single game. Cinderella spotlights, upset alerts, and some of that value for the last team standing. It's tourney time, so hunker down and bet the board with us. Subscribe and listen to Cash the Ticket in the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the Nissan Postgame Show. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Well, the Red Sox fall to 1-2 with a 4-3 final here in Arlington, Texas. Christian Campbell had a big day. The Red Sox got a decent start for Walker Buehler in his Red Sox debut. Will Middlebrooks back here in the booth. And Brooksy, frustrating night. The Red Sox 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They leave 10 men on base. That is one of the headlines of this game. But Rafi Devers has set a major league record with 10 strikeouts in his first 3 games of a season. And he just does not look anywhere remotely like himself.
No, and you know, post-game, we could see him sitting down in the dugout just with the look on his face of just lost. And you're just not used to seeing this from a guy who normally produces the way that we're accustomed to seeing him produce. And it's frustrating. It's 2 nights in a row of this team having really good chances to just be 1 hit away from winning a game, and it just isn't coming.
I know you said it last night, and I totally agree with you. This has nothing to do with Rafi being the designated hitter. It's more about not as many at-bats as usual in spring training. But, Will, this is no longer a small issue. This is an elephant in the room. It's your highest-paid, best hitter, best slugger, who is really struggling right now. This is a challenge for Rafi and Alex Cora.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're playing defense or not. It's not like if you put him at third base, all of a sudden his timing comes back at the plate. That's not the case. It's the same batting stance as he's had when he rakes. The mechanics are it's not the mechanics. It's not a mechanical thing. This is a mental thing. This is a timing. You need to start earlier. He seems in between, and what that means is obviously very late on fastballs. We were seeing it a little early on off speed, but now teams are just every pitcher is attacking him with fastballs because he has not yet shown that he can square one up.
You're listening to the Nissan Postgame Show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line to put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com. Well, again, I'm not trying to belabor this point, but I mean, it is not like Devers has come in against the great left-handers in the game. He is missing 89 mile-an-hour fastballs in the zone, and he makes them at the moment look like they're 100.
Right, and you start looking at games down the road, like, okay, there's not an off day till after the first game in Baltimore, so Tuesday. Tomorrow you get DeGrom, and guess what? He's going to be upper 90s. He's pretty much a two-pitch guy right now in spring training, fastball, slider. You know what Raffy's going to get, and you start questioning, do you give him a day off? But at this point, you kind of just have to let him play this out, continue to get at bats, and at some point you hope it clicks, and it will.
On the bright side, Christian Campbell is just checking all the boxes. What a cool moment for him. He doubles, he homers, 2 extra base hits in his 3rd major league game. He certainly looks up to the test, doesn't he?
It doesn't look too big for him. The moment is not too big. He's settling in quickly. It was really after the first 3 or 4 innings of his major league debut in game 1 of this series that all of a sudden it's like the deer in the headlights look went away very quickly. He's settled in. I love his takes. I know we're talking about the loud contact and the big swings and this and that, the doubles, the homers, but he is taking very tough, close pitches to get himself in counts, to get good pitches to hit, and then he's not missing.
The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Today, Red Sox pitchers beginning with Buehler. They went to the bullpen with Weissert and indeed Zach Kelly down the stretch for the Red Sox. The Sox in this ball game struck out only 5, so 8 strikeouts total in the first 2 games. I know the Red Sox looking for more swing and miss, but that means another $250 to the Jimmy Fund to help strike out cancer. Arbella's here for the Jimmy Fund and here for good. Walker Buehler, he struck out 3 over 4 1/3. He gave up the home run to Garcia that kind of tilted this game, but overall I thought Buehler was pretty good.
I did too. I liked his stuff. I thought the fastball, even at 93, had some good jump out of his hand. The command overall was pretty good. A couple mistakes here and there, but there were just really some singles that hurt him. He didn't walk guys, which is nice. Gave himself a chance. And then the bullpen, I got to give him a little love because over this series so far in 3 games, only a handful of hits and no runs. They're not walking guys. I think 1 walk today by Weissert, but they've thrown the ball really well also.
Well, and Alex Cora had the Rubik's Cube out tonight. He was moving, mixing, matching. I think we can safely assume that something's up with Rob Refsnyder because that would have been a spot when Connor Wong hit that Ref would have had a bag. For every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season, Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. We're making our donation. You should too. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go to carsforkids.com to donate your car today. And of course, that is Cars with a K. We'll step aside, continue from Arlington. 4-3, the Rangers beat the Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Geico gives you a total car coverage combo, from flat tires to fender benders and with 24/7 help, too. Kind of like the combination of EDM, death metal, and smooth jazz. Whatever you need, get more with Geico.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot, 1.99% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline, or a 2.99% APR on a 2025 CR-V.
Contact your local Honda dealer for a great deal today.
See dealer for financing details.
Springfest and Ego Days are here at Lowe's. Right now, get a free Select Ego 56-volt battery with purchase of a Select trimmer, blower, or mower kit. Plus, shop today for new and exclusive items you need for your lawn. So get ready for spring with the latest in innovation from Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Only at Lowe's. We help, you save. Offer valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Red Sox fall 4-3 in Arlington, Texas. So 1 win and 2 losses, 3 games into this season. Time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the Yankees lifted off today. They hit 9 home runs, and they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 20-9. So the Yanks have not only matched and beaten their individual team record for home runs, they are 2 wins up and no losses to begin the season. The Subaru of New England all-wheel drive away event is going on now. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Angels beat the White Sox 1-0. Cardinals, they've won their first 2. They beat the Minnesota Twins 5-1. Eric Fetty got the win there. Phillies over the Nats 11-6. Philadelphia's taken the first 2 there. Kansas City evens their series with their division rival, the Cleveland Guardians, with a 4-3 win. The Padres are hot to start the season. They've beaten the Braves 3 straight times. 1-0 the final. The difference in that one, a Yuli Gurriel RBI hit. Will Fleming, Will Middlebrooks, back here in Arlington, Texas. You've been in these clubhouses before, Will. It's 3 days. It's not even remotely the end of the world. There's a lot of good that's going on with these Red Sox, but what do you think is in the heads of these players after the loss tonight?
Well, this is the beauty of bringing in the veterans that you did in the offseason, right? These are the voices that are heard. These are the voices that go to the guys who are off to a tough start. Yeah, it's 3 games. You got 159 more, right? You got a long ways to go. You're 1-2, right? You're fine, right? You have a lot of guys who have not gotten off to good starts. Tristan Costas, Trevor Story, Wong. Obviously, Devers, we've already hit on that. So there's a lot of guys that need to get going. It's not just the one guy. The offense overall isn't doing much, especially with the runners on.
Wilyer Abreu is doing plenty. It was so fascinating to see Alex Cora pull him for Romy Gonzalez and go for it. Romy drew a walk, but man, Abreu is just on fire to start this season. Yeah,
it's really cool to see, and he really has been carrying this offense. Obviously, some other contributions today with Christian Campbell and Bregman Nevarez with a 2-out RBI single as well. This team's going to be fine. This offense is going to score runs. Is it frustrating early? Sure. But this is where the veterans step in and say, look, boys, we're going to put this in perspective. We're going to come back tomorrow. We're going to get to work. We're going to get after DeGrom, and we're going to get this thing going.
Very fascinating story tomorrow. Richard Fitz against DeGrom. The McFarland Energy play of today's game, I think it has to be the Garcia home run. I know they win 4-3, so it doesn't hold up as the winning run. But the Red Sox had battled so hard, Will. It felt like against Buehler, that go-ahead home run really changed the feeling of this one.
Yeah, it really shifted the momentum in this building within their dugout as well. Because Buehler, up to that point, was throwing the ball really well. Wasn't lights out by any means, but